2026. Brought to you in part by Bordis and Bordis, fighting for justice. Bridges Hospice, your choice, our privilege. Coming soon to the Mon Valley. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. First National Bank. Can your bank do that? Welcome to FNB, member FDIC, your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Flynn's Tire and Auto Service. Need tires? Flynn's will get you in today. Gateway Clippers Shuttle Service. The best way to a Steelers game. Kirkin Roofing. Call the Pickle. Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of Steelers Nation. Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. Find food, volunteer, or donate at pittsburghfoodbank.org. Henny Jewelers, Pittsburgh's choice jewelry store for engagement rings, luxury jewelry, and watches. Haas's Steak and Sea House. Haas's is hospitality. And by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
This legal disclaimer is brought to you by the law firm of Bordis & Bordis, a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bordis & Bordis, fighting for justice.
This broadcast is copyrighted by the National Football League and the Pittsburgh Steelers for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or of any descriptions or accounts of the game without the consent of the National Football League or the Pittsburgh Steelers
right here in Pittsburgh. Visit rwbaird.com/Pittsburgh. And here's the toss of the coin. And the Jets have won the toss, and they will elect to accept the football. We already have a change. Sean Hockley is not serving
New York
as the referee.
has won the toss. They'll receive it this end.
So preseason for the rest. Got to get that mic turned on.
We got it. Yeah. You got to turn it on now. Now you're the guy. You're the guy for at least, I don't know. They switch every quarter or half.
So they move around the guys. Everybody gets a little chance to do different jobs, just like they do in the preseason out here in the football field.
Hey, Rob, I don't want to be the play-by-play guy. In case you were wondering if we wanted to play round robin, I don't want to take your job. I'm happy with mine.
Fair enough. We'll keep it as it is. So the Jets will be receiving. They will be running out there with quarterback Geno Smith. And so there was some question about whether Geno Smith is going to be able to play. He's been nursing a bit of an ankle injury. Breece Hall is not out there. Isaiah Davis won't be playing. Kenyon Sadiq, their first-round pick, the tight end, he won't be playing. They're hoping to have all these guys available and ready for him by week 1, but we will not see them tonight with the Jets moving left to right in front of us.
Yeah, and once again, but we will see Geno Smith. That's the most important guy you want to see. Go up against a ones quarterback and see how this defense reacts to that guy there. So and what Keanu Ben can do in that new position and Derek Harmon can continue to grow, I think this is a good test to at least get those starters out there.
Lath Margin kicking off. Arian Smith and newly signed Junior Bergen back to receive. And this is going to be Arian Smith, far side of the field, collects it at his own 4-yard line, heads straight up the numbers, the 10, the 20, cuts to the right, and is hit as he gets out across the 30 and tumbles down to the 32-yard line. So decent return, and now a 28-yard return. The Steelers defense heads out there, and we are expecting to see, I think, Max, a
nickel 4 down front, not the normal 3-4. That's why you don't see Y.A. Black out there right now.
Shotgun formation for Geno Smith, brings a receiver, that is Cooper, in motion. Now he heads back out to the right.
there was nobody to hold him on the backside. Usually you take a motion or you take a receiver just to hold that backside guy, but they just ran straight zone to the strong side and left Nick Herbig wide open, and Nick Herbig doing Nick Herbig things.
Danico Slaughter, a guy trying to move up the depth chart. We saw him play early last week, came in and finished things off after the Herbig penetration. Here's a snap to Smith, looking left, fires over the middle. 41-yard line. Looks like he's going to be maybe half a yard short of a first down.
And that was Jamel Dean playing it on there. And I love the pressure coming off the edge. They sent a late safety blitz. And I want to say that was that? That wasn't. That was 31. Was it? Wrapping around the edge.
And we do see Deshaun Elliott out there, by the way, just freshly off the injured situation for the Steelers. It is enough for a first down as Smith now back to pass. Looking, going to load up and throw deep and down the left sideline. Tumbling out of bounds with the reception is Mitchell. And it's a pickup all the way down to the 38-yard line of the Steelers, a 20-yard gain.
And the Steelers playing a lot of quarters coverage over the last week and playing quarters here. Jamel Dean just turned at the last second, turned to the inside, and Adonai Mitchell right in between where Dean and where the linebacker was, and just got 2 feet in right before he fell out of bounds.
Smith under center has Braylon Allen as a lone setback behind him. Allen off the left side. Deshaun Elliott crashes down on the penetration and stops him for a 2-yard gain, maybe 3 down to the 35-yard line.
And a good job by Deshaun Elliott whipping the block of Mason Taylor, who came in and was trying to hold that backside point, but a lot of pressure there. And they ran right into the teeth of Keanu Benton, who stopped that play just beyond the line of scrimmage.
They'll officially call it a 3-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 7, 12:35 remaining here in the first quarter. Opening drive of the game for the Jets. They penetrated to the 35-yard line of the Steelers. Here's the snap. Back. Smith looking left, throws, and it is batted down. Geno Smith in the passing game, 8th play of the drive here for the Jets. Allen motions out to the right, empty set for Smith. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 5 in the play clock. Smith gets a snap, back to pass. Throws out to the right, it is complete, and it's Allen in the right flat, the running back, and he gets inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line, where it's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. Peyton Wilson on the stop.
And a lot of zone coverage here by the Steelers, not playing a lot of man press and allowing guys to get a little bit of a cushion, and Geno Smith taking advantage of the timing routes and get.
Interesting formation here. Keanu Benton, the only down lineman, 3 linebackers out there. Sawyer along with Highsmith and Herbig. Showing four-man rush, that's what they'll bring. Smith gets a snap, back to pass, rolling out to the right, under duress, throws and completes along the sideline. Sliding grab made by Garrett Wilson, enough for a first. To the left, throws, nobody is on Woods, and Jelani Woods will rumble into the end zone for an easy Jets touchdown. Impressive opening drive, 13-yard touchdown strike from Smith to Jelani Woods.
And the Steelers loaded up in a run blitz situation, expecting everything, and the throwback screen to the tight end. Woods was wide open. Nothing you could do there. Everybody sold out on it being a rush play to the right, whether they're running outside zone or an off tackle in that moment, and nobody had eyes on the tight end as he squirted out the backfield.
An impressive 10-play, 69-yard drive for the Jets to begin this exhibition game, this preseason game number 2. Sanders on to try the extra point. That kick is up, and that kick is good. 9:04 remains here in the first quarter from Acrisure Stadium. Steelers football continues with the score. The Jets 7, the Steelers nothing.
All right, listen up. It all comes down to owning your power. And with Ford F-Series, you do. Power, grit, and tech makes these trucks the MVPs of work and play. Now that's why Ford F-150 and Super Duty are the best-selling trucks in America. Built Ford tough. It's how you get it done. So get it done. Only at your neighborhood Ford store.
Your weekend project starts with a simple step. Whether you're planting a tree, installing a deck, putting up a fence, or starting a landscaping project, digging without knowing what's underground can lead to costly damage and dangerous consequences. That's why Pennsylvania homeowners should always contact 811 before digging. Pennsylvania 811 notifies the appropriate utility owners so underground lines can be marked before your project begins. It's free, it's easy, and it's the law. Call 811 or visit pa811.org before you dig.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm Kim Fleming, Vice Chair at Baird. Like the Steelers, we're proud to call Pittsburgh home. Our roots here go back to 1948 when Heffron Tillotson began serving this community. Today, as Baird, we continue that legacy, helping Pittsburgh families navigate everything from retirement planning to trust and investment services. It's a personalized approach backed by a global employee-owned firm. Discover the Baird difference at rwbaird.com/Pittsburgh.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Well, not pleased to see that 10-play, 69-yard scoring drive, but are pleased to welcome Willie Colon to the broadcast. Willie, what did you see on that opening drive defensively?
Hey, man, you never want to see the defense grip a score this early, but I think for the defensive line up front, we got to get off the ball faster and get off blocks. I think right now they're hunking in, kind of focused on the run. But right now you got to understand you're playing against a savvy quarterback in Geno Smith. He knows how to get rid of the ball. He has the answers at the line of scrimmage. He knows how to be efficient from snap to snap. This is a great test for this young defense right now, but they got to get going faster.
All right, Willie, thanks very much. Willie Colon, your old line mate, Max.
That's right. That's my brother. We're down there. I'm happy to have him here. It's fun. And like I said, we'll get some great insights from Willie down on the field.
Cade York in a battle with Sanders for the kicking job. Boots it, and it's going to be taken by Weegan a yard deep, far side of the field. Crosses the 10, crosses the 20, runs into trouble right at the 20-yard line, and is taken down there as Dane Belton will make the stop. And the Steelers will have the ball deep in their own territory. They didn't get great field position last week either, and now this week it's going to be marked, it looks like, right at the 19-yard line, and Will Howard Gets a cheer from the crowd, and Jalen Warren is in at the running back position for the Steelers.
Rob, you got to say, Will hired.
Will hired.
You know, that's what the Yinzer faithful are expecting from us. So he will be at the helm here. Can't wait to see how this goes.
Under center, lone setback is Warren. Motion man is Wilson, moving left to right, settles as the snap comes and the handoff to Warren. Burst to the outside, plants his foot, cuts, slipped a little bit as he got to the edge, crossed the 20, picked up a yard or so in that first carry.
And Jamie and Sherwood in on the tackle, scraping over the top. But I like the initial idea of covering up that backside, making sure nobody can leak from the backside, and keeping the ball off tackle Dylan Cook's side.
Pickup of 2, they'll call it. So 2nd and 8, 8:30 remaining here in this first quarter. Both Freiermuth and Washington in this formation. Motion man is Freiermuth right to left. The give to Warren, looking for a hole off the left side. Instead, Harrison Phillips closes that down for no gain in the play. Might have even lost a foot or two.
And right there, Harrison Phillips playing right up in the middle, and guys not sustaining blocks. Willie talked about defensive line getting off the blocks. Offensive line has to stick to those blocks, and you can't turn an interior defensive lineman loose on a tight run play.
And now 3rd and 9, 1 receiver to the left, 2 receivers split to the right, and now Roman Wilson in motion right to left will move back to the right. Warren is to the left of Howard in the shotgun. 8 on the play clock. Howard gets a snap, back to pass. Jets bringing pressure. Howard throws over the middle. It is too high, intended for Roman Wilson, incomplete, and a quick 3 and out for the Steelers offense.
Well, not what you want to see to start out for the first drive, a 3 and out. You saw a positive play, run play. Then you got a negative yardage run play right after that. 2 runs and a pass. I know it's not ideal, and people will say, oh, this is like last year. But you're also trying to create that rhythm for the rest of the squad. So, sadly, did not make it, but hopefully defense stiffens up and you can get some good field position to start the next drive.
Here's Cam Johnson with a boot, and Johnson hammers this one deep downfield. And it is going to be taken at the 14-yard line by Trey Brown, and Brown stumbles as he gets to the 30-yard line, and a flag on the play as well.
Had to be a push in the back. If I'm guessing, it had to be a push in the back on that one.
56-yard boot. Here's the call.
During the return, blocking the back, receiving team number 32, 10-yard penalty, first down.
7:34 remains first quarter, Acrisure Stadium with the score. The Jets 7, the Steelers nothing. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Hi Pittsburgh, I'm Megan Calusi, and the summer savings are still hot here at Calusi Chevrolet.
And I'm Tim Calusi, and right now we have great offers like 0% financing for 60 months for well-qualified buyers on select 2026 Silverado trucks, or 3.9 APR financing for 36 months on Chevy Equinox.
There's $750 cash allowance for everyone on select 2026 Trailblazers.
Check out all the great deals at Calusi.com. Together, let's drive at Calusi Chevrolet.
Great googly moogly. This one's got heart. Rob King here for Caliente Pizza and Draft House. Try Caliente's new Wolfley 73 Pizza, a bold pizza built in honor of Steelers legend Craig Wolfley. The Wolfley 73 is loaded with pepperoni, meatballs, hot honey, Parmesan cheese, and a whole lot of Pittsburgh pride. 73% of every Wolfley 73 sale goes to Light of Life Rescue Mission. Order one today, online or at all 8 Caliente locations. Caliente, the official pizza of WDVE. Eat good, do good, just like Craig.
Edgar Snyder and Associates knows that accidents don't take the weekend off. Accidents don't respect business hours. They don't wait until Monday. And neither does Edgar Snyder and Associates. If you're hurt in an accident, day or night, weekday or weekend, you can give them a call. They're available 24/7. Don't wait. Contact Edgar Snyder and Associates for a free, no-strings-attached consultation. And remember, there's never a fee unless they get money for you. Call 1-800-94-EDGAR or visit edgarsnyder.com.
This is Max Starks. On the field, my job was all about protection, keeping Big Ben upright, blocking the rush, securing the win. At home, I trust Pella Windows of Pittsburgh for that same level of protection and quality. Pella Windows are built tough, like Pittsburgh. They're energy efficient, and they look great, too. So when it's time to replace your windows, go with the team that knows how to protect. Call Pella Pittsburgh at 412-219-2291 or visit PellaPittsburgh.com and tell them Max sent you.
The Pittsburgh Steelers play here on DVE.
For the world's most complete selection of Steelers merchandise, visit the official Steelers Pro Shop. Get it direct from the team at shop shop.Steelers.com. 7:34 remains after the penalty and the nice boot by Cam Johnson. The ball is back at the Jets' 16-yard line, and the Steelers, after surrendering that 10-play, 69-yard touchdown drive to the Jets, would like to stiffen here and keep the Jets deep in their territory. That's it for Geno Smith. Cade Klubnik in at the quarterback position, the rookie, with Kene Nwangwu next to him in the backfield. And the handoff to Nwangwu straight up the middle, and Nwangwu moving off the left side now will pick up about 3, close to 4 out to the 20-yard line. Keanu Benton on the stop for the Steelers, of course, fresh off that big contract extension he got earlier this week.
Man, and he's locked into a very, very good battle there at the left guard position. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he handles going up against Inez Cooper, another rookie for that Jets team.
Klubnik now under center. Gets a snap, turns, gives. And Nwangwu is belted in the backfield. Rayshawn Jenkins got in there with Danico Slaughter and dropped him back at the 17-yard line.
Listen, before we start counting our safeties, Rayshawn Jenkins has something to say, and he's been doing a really nice job, whether it's been that nickel or playing that box safety that kind of drops in late on the backside, and he's very instinctive.
And I know there's injuries at the cornerback position, but the fact that Danico Slaughter, you want to be the next guy up, and he's last week and this week he's been that next guy up. Jets 2 of 2 on third down, facing a 3rd and 9 here. Steelers showing 3-man rush on the left side, 1 on the right side. Let's see what they'll bring. They'll bring 4. And hit as he throws is Klubnik, and incomplete. And a nice job. Was it Herbig?
Yeah, that was Nick Herbig. Yeah, that was Nick Herbig. And Nick Herbig kind of came in on the inside. He was sitting inside of Jack Sawyer, playing that stand-up over the guard, and just made a great play at the snap of the ball. Kind of slapped the hands down with a quick swim over, and he was right in the waist of Cade Klubnik as he tried to release that ball. Could not drive his legs into the throw.
Austin McNamara back to punt. Caden Weegan has his heels at the 31-yard line of the Steelers. Here's the boot by McNamara. Weegan running up on the short kick, will field it at the 40. Moves to the right, tries to cut back, is hit, and moves sideways and picks up about 3 yards after that 43-yard punt. So the Steelers will have excellent field position with the ball at their own 43-yard line. 6:01 remains in the first quarter from Acrisure Stadium. Steelers football continues with the score: the Jets 7, the Steelers nothing.
Ready for a career that works as hard as you do? U.S. Steel is hiring, and as we invest in the future of American steel making, we're looking for talented people ready to build that future with us. Earn competitive pay and outstanding benefits while you learn. No college degree required, just the opportunity to build valuable skills and a career with one of America's most iconic companies. Your future starts here. Apply today at ussteel.com/careers. That's ussteel.com/careers. U.S. Steel. Forge your future.
Fall in Western PA means 2 things: Steelers football and an outdoor getaway to the Laurel Highlands, a preferred vacation destination of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We know Yins will love doing some serious leaf peeping while you're hiking, biking, or discovering a new favorite brewery. Get your best night's sleep in a cozy cabin, a resort, or in a tent under the stars. Start planning your unforgettable fall getaway at GoLaurelHighlands.com. That's GoLaurelHighlands.com. South Hills Kia, let's go. Drive the 2027 Kia Telluride S all-wheel drive, just $439 a month. Or the 2026 Kia Sportage LX all-wheel drive, only $249 a month. Inventory is here and ready to roll, and they're making deals every day. 24-month leases, $39.99 due at signing. 10,000 miles per year plus tax and title. First payment due at signing. Not all qualify. No security deposit required. Offer ends August 31st, 2026. South Hills Kia, go get it before it's gone. Visit southhillskia.net for more details.
Hey, it's Brian Murphy, owner of Easy Home Exteriors. When it comes to roofing, I know you have options, but not all roofers are created equal. I'm local, I'm hands-on. This is my business, and I stand behind every roof we install. I use quality materials, have fair pricing, and we do the job right, without the pressure and without breaking the bank. If your roof needs attention, give me a call. No gimmicks, no games, just roofing done right. Call 412-678-7008 or visit EasyDidIt.com.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
This is Randy Baumann of the DVE Morning Show. Check out our Steelers coverage all season as we bring in players, coaches, and guests like Big Cat from Pardon My Take, Gene Steratore, and so much more. Weekday mornings on your radio home of the Steelers, DVE.
Ball at the 43-yard line. Some changes to tell you about as Will Howard remains in at the quarterback position. Dowdle is in at running back on the left side. Howard gets a snap. Back looking right, and then comes back over the middle of the field, and it is complete. And it is Roman Wilson inside Jets territory and down to the 43-yard line. A strike. Nice to see Wilson on the receiving end. And, Max, we have some changes on the right side of the offensive line.
Yeah, right side. We talked, Mike McCarthy talked about this, but Broderick Jones at right tackle, Brock Hoffman in at right guard. So a new group in for the second series.
Howard under center. Motion Skoranek in tight. Gets a snap. Play action pass. Howard rolling out to the left, looking, fires on the run. And Skoranek, did he get both feet in? No. Only got 1 foot in along the left sideline. Would have been enough for a first down, but he's out of bounds, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And Will Howard rolling to his left and throwing that. Skoranek got the right foot down, but just could not drag that left toe before hitting the white on the outside.
Now, he'd broken open, and again, 1 foot in, but that doesn't count in the NFL level.
Only in college.
Yep. Howard in the shotgun has Dowdle to his left. 2 receivers split to the right. He'll give to Dowdle on the delay, starting left, cutting back to the right, looking for some room, and gets down close to the 40. Not much there, just a couple of yards. And we saw this last week. The Steelers running game hasn't really gotten going yet, Max.
It has not gotten off to the start that we talked about, and especially up the middle. Like, that's where you really want to see the guards and the centers take those backside cutoff blocks and any type of combination blocks to the strong side. You want them to kind of create that phalanx or that wall moving forward, and there's just been a couple of cracks in that as they try and get used to each other.
3rd and 8, trips to the right. 1 receiver to the left is Jeremy Bernard. In the shotgun as Howard gets a snap, back to pass. Jets bringing pressure. Howard tries to roll out of it, and he's sacked, taken down, and he is sacked by David Bailey, the rookie first-rounder, as he got around Broderick Jones and was able to come up with a sack.
There's a reason why he was the top outside
yeah.
in the draft. He's super fast. I mean, I watched him last year at Texas Tech, and a guy that just created havoc for whoever was in front of him. And no different here. He's picking off from college. For Broderick, he's got to extend his hands. He cannot get into the body of the defender because they will wheel him and shorten that edge, and that's exactly what David Bailey did.
High snap here, and Cam Johnson has to bring it down and belt a low bounding ball that is going to stop inside the 5, down by Peyton Wilson at the 4-yard line. Excellent punt by Cam Johnson on a high snap, a 49-yarder. No return has pinned the Jets back at their 4-yard line. 3:57 remains in the first quarter from Acrisure Stadium. Steelers football continues to the score. The Jets 7, the Steelers nothing.
Jerry Wargenis from the Gateway Clipper. Host your wedding, social event, or corporate dinner and showcase the city to your guests. Destination entertainment with dinner, drinks, and unbeatable sights. Book your boat today. Visit gatewayclipper.com for information.
Edgar Snyder and Associates knows that accidents don't take the weekend off. Accidents don't respect business hours. They don't wait until Monday. And neither does Edgar Snyder and Associates. If you're hurt in an accident, day or night, weekday or weekend, you can give them a call. They're available 24/7. Don't wait. Contact Edgar Snyder and Associates for a free, no-strings-attached consultation. And remember, there's never a fee unless they get money for you. Call 1-800-94-EDGAR or visit edgarsnyder.com.
At Giant Eagle, we believe in better. And that includes finding more ways to help you save. Because finding a good deal is everyone's deal. Because grabbing their favorites is your favorite too. Because everyone loves perks. Because every dollar and every moment counts. We're working hard to bring you more ways to save across the store so you can bring home the best. Giant Eagle, because it matters.
Your weekend project starts with a simple step. Whether you're planting a tree, installing a deck, putting up a fence, or starting a landscaping project, digging without knowing what's underground can lead to costly damage and dangerous consequences. That's why Pennsylvania homeowners should always contact 811 before digging. Pennsylvania 811 notifies the appropriate utility owners so underground lines can be marked before your project begins. It's free, it's easy, and it's the law. Call 811 or visit PA811.org before you dig.
Sometimes the biggest business challenges are the ones you don't even know you have. Schneider Downs helps clients solve those challenges. Tax and accounting, digital consulting and cybersecurity, risk management and advisory. Learn about big thinking with a personal focus at SchneiderDowns.com.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The Jets backed up at their own 4-yard line. Steelers, unfortunately, that drive stalled as we head down to Willie Colon for more on the offensive line play. Willie?
Yeah, the Steelers got a new right side, and with Brock Jones and Brock Hoffman on that long 3rd and 9. Broderick Jones gave up the sack, but you got to understand, you got to use your hands, big fella. You got to be more aggressive at the opponent attack. And the hardest thing for any offensive lineman is to match the intensity of defensive linemen. I think our interior line is starting to do that. We got to get the rest of the 5 to do the same. I'm looking forward to another series.
Willie, thank you very much. Complete to Isaiah Williams up the left side, tackle by Deshaun Elliott, pickup of 7. Tonight's first half sideline reports are brought to you by Howard Hanna. Win big with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, a proud real estate partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. 6-yard pickup on that quick completion from Klubnik to the former Bengal Isaiah Williams. Brings up a 2nd and 4. 3:25 and counting remaining here in the first quarter. Klubnik under center. Gets the snap, gives off the left side to Wangu, and Wangu will stretch forward for about 1.5 yards, just short of the 12-yard line. Alex Highsmith among those in at the point of attack.
And Keanu Benton also whipping the block of the guard and making the initial contact, allowing Alex Highsmith to finish that off. So good job on the run defense.
Yeah, I'd like to see that combination working well together.
Yes. A lot of Benton Highsmith collaborations here to come would be nice.
3rd and 2. Klubnik under center, tightly bunched formation. Receivers split to each side. Klubnik back to pass. Looking, here comes some pressure. Klubnik now rolling out, has some room to run, tucks it, crosses the 20, and is tracked down from behind as he gets out to the 30-yard line. Peyton Wilson made the stop, but just nobody there and contained. Good rush. Nobody uncontained, and Klubnik able to break free and pick up big yardage.
Well, and the problem with that was you had an inside rush, so therefore losing the contain on the offensive right side, defensive left. But you saw the pressure from Herbig coming around the edge. So it was some pressure, but you need somebody to just hold him just for a second. He had no hold.
16-yard pickup out to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, approaching 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Klubnik gesturing out to his left, now points to his right and gets a snap. Gives to Wangu off the right side, hit by Jack Sawyer right at the point of attack. Picked up 1 yard or 2 out to the 30. Give him 2 and call it 2nd and 8.
And blitz up the middle. Peyton Wilson had a rundown blitz right in the A gap, but Wangu swung to the B gap. That's why I was able to make a little bit of hay. Had he ran into the A, he would have ran into a tackle for a loss.
1.5 remaining here in the first quarter. Jets took their opening drive, marched 69 yards for a score in 10 plays. That was it for Geno Smith. He has been removed from the game. The rookie backup quarterback, Cade Klubnik, in. We approach the 1:15 mark remaining here in the first quarter. Klubnik under center, gets a snap, play action pass. Back, Rayshawn Jenkins comes firing in, and Klubnik just flings it toward the sideline to avoid the sack, but great pressure by Rayshawn Jenkins. Now the officials deciding whether this might be intentional grounding. I don't think it will be. And he wasn't outside the tackle box.
There was nobody there on the sideline.
There
we go.
Here comes the flag.
Loss of a down. Rayshawn, don't be upset.
He brought it to their attention, saying this is a penalty.
Yeah.
Intentional grounding. Offense. The ball we face at the spot of the foul. Also a loss of down. It will be 3rd down.
Nobody. All those routes were to the middle of the field or on the far side from us, the left side of the offense. And great job by Ray. He's been in the backfield. That's twice. Last 2 series, Rayshawn Jenkins has made his presence known. And he's saying just before you solidify that safety position, hey, don't forget about 3-1 one time.
Oh, the veteran, I think, is definitely firmly in the mix for a roster spot. Now Klubnik on 3rd and 20. Low snap, picks it up, back to pass, looking, fires over the middle. It is complete, and it is Isaiah Williams lost the football. It is tumbling free, still fighting for it at the 21-yard line as it ricocheted backward out of the hands of Isaiah Williams. Looks like some Jets down at the bottom of that pile. No official signal. Looks like the Jets have the ball. It was recovered by one of the offensive linemen for the Jets. It appears. Williams spun around, was ripped out of there by Deshaun Elliott.
Deshaun Elliott
went tumbling backward.
You get a scrum on the ground, you've got to reach for it. I mean, this team, this defensive secondary is taught to just strip the ball out, like just rip at the ball, because you never know. Good things can happen.
McNamara back to punt. Weegan, very similar. Was waiting at his own 31 last time. He's moved a yard back to his 30. Here's a punt by McNamara, angling toward the far sideline, and he bangs this one all the way back to his 18-yard line as Weegan heads left, hesitation move, trying to get to the edge, gets around the corner, and is hauled down by Jeremy Ruckert, and a flag comes in. Had him up high.
Yeah, ball was out. Ball was out, got caught by a Jets defender in stride, but we don't know if it might be a horse collar maybe when they tried to kind of sling him around, and that's what they called before the ball switched possession.
A 60-yard booming punt by McNamara. As of right now, an 11-yard return. Mike McCarthy standing around the officials trying to figure out what this call is going to be. So let's get this.
There's no foul for a horse collar. During return, the receiving team fumbled the ball. It was recovered by the kicking team. First down, New York Jets.
I was like, the only thing it could have been would have been a potential horse collar, but he got him on the front of his shoulder, not in the back. You have to get the back of the neck area for it to be a horse collar. He got him on the shoulder as he slung him down, but the ball came out of Weegan's hands and fell right into the hands of the defender before he stepped out of bounds. We're watching the replay right now, and I'm trying to see, was that number
Malik
84?
McLean, and I'm not sure he got
Malik
2
McLean.
Don't you have to get 2 feet in here? I think the Steelers might challenge this.
Yeah, the second foot might not be in.
After review, the ball was fumbled forward out of bounds. The recovering player did not get 2 feet in. Therefore, it will go back to the spot of the fumble. First down, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Man, a lot happened.
There's a lot of
horse collar. It's not a horse collar. It's a fumble. It's not a fumble. And it's a Steelers football after the 11-yard return by Caden Weegan. So Steelers dodge a bit of a bullet there with just 5 seconds remaining here in this first quarter.
Oh, man. A lot of action there, but you have to realize Caden Weegan's going to get an earful about ball security. When you're going into the teeth of a defense, you got multiple defenders at you. You've got to get both hands on top and below the football as you go into the engagement.
Marked it to 7 seconds. Jalen Warren back in, and the starting offensive line is back in as well. Howard under center. Howard gets a snap. Will give to Jalen Warren off the left side. Finds a hole here. Bursts through, crosses the 35, and gets it out to the 36-yard line. A pickup of some 6 yards on the final play of the first quarter. So it's time to make the switch to the second quarter. Brought to you by Northwest Bank. Explore checking that lets you get paid up to 2 days early. Northwest Bank for what's next. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. With the score, the Jets 7, the Steelers nothing. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank for what's next.
During the Jeep Make This the Summer event, well-qualified current Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xE or Wrangler 4xE lessees get an ultra-low mileage lease on the 2026 Jeep Wrangler 4-Door Sport S for $299 a month for 36 months with $3,899 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Current vehicle must be registered to consumer at least 30 days prior to lease. Extra charge for miles over 22,500. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 8/31. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Pittsburghers know strong teams begin with the line. That's why Peoples Natural Gas is upgrading thousands of miles of pipelines throughout western Pennsylvania. Replacing aged infrastructure with state-of-the-art lines that create safer, more reliable systems to deliver the energy you need. Heating homes, making meals, and warming water for millions of residents and businesses, while also cutting down on greenhouse gas emissions. Peoples, providing safe, reliable, and cost-effective energy now and for generations to come.
Fall in Western PA means two things: Steelers football and an outdoor getaway to the Laurel Highlands, a preferred vacation destination of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We know Yins will love doing some serious leaf peeping while you're hiking, biking, or discovering a new favorite brewery. Get your best night's sleep in a cozy cabin, a resort, or in a tent under the stars. Start planning your unforgettable fall getaway at GoLaurelHighlands.com. That's GoLaurelHighlands.com.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
First play of the second quarter, Steelers moving left to right in front of us have the black jerseys, gold pants, facing the New York Jets, and the green pants, white jerseys. And 2nd and 4, the ball at the 36-yard line following a nice solid 4-yard pickup by Jalen Warren. Mentioned just before that first quarter ended that the starting right guard and right tackle back in for the Steelers. Now Nowakowski in at the fullback position. Howard taps both sides of his helmet, settles back under center. Gets a snap, gives to Warren, starts left, cuts back to the right, zigzags forward, and crosses the 40-yard line. Enough for a first down for the Steelers. And let's go down to Willie Colon about this offensive line and this drive, Willie.
Yeah, as you mentioned, they rotated the two that just started. You talked about Dylan Cook and Spencer Anderson. As this thing continues, the keys that you start to look for the starting line is how do they communicate under pressure, how are they getting off the ball and winning at the line of scrimmage, and also being able to oppose their will. That's what we want to see. And so far, you see Dylan Cook, you see Spencer Anderson, they're getting off. They're starting to do things that you want to see out of a starting offensive line.
Willie, thank you very much. Handoff to Jalen Warren off the left side, and Jalen is able to cross the 45, get out to the 46 as he got to the left edge.
So having some nice clips here off the edge. Great seal block by Spencer Anderson, who pulled from his right guard position and was running a counter play to the left with Nowakowski as well. So you saw a good old school kind of guard and fullback type of counter lead type of play, and we're getting good shots. The last 3 run plays that have had some success hitting 4 yards plus.
And you always say always falling forward, right? AFF
for Jalen Warren.
Ran through Brandon Stevens, the former Baltimore Raven. Play action pass now here for Howard, and throws it short, and it is picked up off the left side by Darnell Washington across midfield, close to first down yardage. Might be, again,
right on the line.
Borrow one from our buddy Wolf, a skosh short.
Yeah, just a skosh possibly. We have not seen it yet. They're looking at the measurement, and they're blowing it as a first down. There we go. So the skosh over.
That's right.
Over the limit there.
Yep. And you can see from the replay that he definitely had it. So impressive looking first couple of series here for the Steelers. They pick up a couple of first downs and have the ball in Jets territory for the first time on the evening. Howard in the shotgun, has Warren to his right, gets a snap, play action pass, looking at a loft left up the sideline for Jeremy Bernard, and knocked away by Stevens in man-to-man coverage. Stevens able on that back shoulder to throw to bat it away.
Blanketed on Jeremy Bernard is how we would describe that. They were tied up together, but obviously not enough to draw a penalty from the Jet side, and Jeremy Bernard didn't do enough to really fight off the hands of Brandon Stevens. Easy kind of swat away as the ball got to Bernard's fingertips.
Rico Dowdle is checked into the game. He's the lone setback behind Howard, who's under center. Tightly bunched formation with one receiver to the left. Now Howard taps both sides of his helmet. His teammates do the same, settles back under center. Washington in motion left to right. Here's a handoff to Dowdle. Dowdle maneuvers in the backfield, cuts to the right, and picks up a yard before he's spun down by Dane Belton.
And this play looked like it was supposed to cut all the way back, but because of the knifing linebacker up the middle and the safety Dane Belton, it made it tough for him to get all the way around, because it was a nice seal block by Darnell Washington off the right edge when he came in motion. Just, once again, triggered, pulled, and he made contact first.
3rd and 8. By the way, Bailey, who has a sack, the first-round pick, is still out there. He is opposite Dylan Cook right now. He will drop into coverage as Howard gets a snap. Back, Throws over the middle of the field. It's complete to Skowronek, and he picks up the first down before Thomas can make the stop on a crossing route down to the 31-yard line.
And just a beautiful job on the deep end of Skowronek to just hold up the DB just for a second as he makes the in cut, gets the body right in position to make the play.
And Steelers moving to the line of scrimmage without huddling here. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Snap to give to Dowdle. Dowdle will cut out to the right, and Dowdle able to, I spun. Azariah Thomas hit him at the 25, and he kept going, but the knee hit the ground. So good 6-yard pickup, though. You like the changing of the pace here, Max. And, it's not a hurry up, really. It's just trying to dictate to the defense what you want to do here.
Just a quick change, just to, like you said, put them in a pressure situation. Maybe they're not in the best front. They want to take advantage of a mismatch, and that's where the hurry-up's for. It's not for an entire series, just a play here and there.
2nd and 4. The give to Dowdle, plants the foot running right and cuts up to the 20-yard line to pick up a first down. And this impressive drive continues here for the Steelers.
And it looked good, and he almost broke that tackle by Chase Wilson right at the last second, but he knows he had green grass. But what a great vision by Rico Dowdle in the last couple of plays.
And once again, the Steelers moving quickly here to the line of scrimmage without huddling. The snap to Howard, back to pass. Looking right, throws over the middle of the field, complete to Dowdle. He is walloped. And it's Demario Davis, the veteran, who gets him at the 18-yard line after a pickup of 2. The Steelers are now entering the Heinz red zone. During Steelers season, it has to be Heinz, the official ketchup of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So a pickup of 2 brings up a 2nd and 8, 10-20 remaining here in this second quarter of play. Howard under center, tight end to the right, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Dowdle's the lone setback. Here's the snap and the give to Dowdle. Stretch play to the right, looking for some room. Cuts off tackle and gets inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line before Jawan Briggs is able to make the stop for the Jets. So it'll bring up 3rd and about 4.
You're starting to see some push and coordination from the offensive line where they're starting to really read and carry those down linemen a lot better and not turning a guy free too soon to where Rico Dowdle can break that line of scrimmage and start to move forward.
3rd and 4, and Warren has checked back into the game. He's next to Howard, standing to his right in the shotgun. Howard gets a snap, back to pass. Looking, throws, and it's intercepted. And it is picked off. And it is Andre Cisco up the left sideline. And Cisco jumped the route, read Howard all the way. Easy interception, and gets it out to the 30-yard line of the Steelers. 9:23 remains in the second quarter of play. I beg your pardon, from Acrisure Stadium. Steelers football continues to the score of the Jets 7, the Steelers nothing.
All right, now look, in life, sometimes you fumble a play or two. But with Ford Explorer, expect win after win. With responsive power and a terrain management system that tackles the toughest routes and seating for up to 7, so you can bring the whole team on board. Ford Explorer, Pittsburgh's best-selling large SUV, only from your neighborhood Ford store.
Fall in Western PA means 2 things: Steelers football and an outdoor getaway to the Laurel Highlands, a preferred vacation destination of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We know Yins will love doing some serious leaf peeping while you're hiking, biking, or discovering a new favorite brewery. Get your best night's sleep in a cozy cabin, a resort, or in a tent under the stars. Start planning your unforgettable fall getaway at GoLaurelHighlands.com. That's GoLaurelHighlands.com.
For 125 years, U.S. Steel has helped build America. We're just getting started. Today, we're investing in the future of American steelmaking, bringing advanced technology and innovation to our operations, and building on the strength of generations of U.S. Steel employees. Because the future of steel is being built right here in America, and U.S. Steel is investing to help lead the way. Learn more at ussteel.com. U.S. Steel, forging our future.
Pipe dreamers make the future possible, because those who ask, what if, create what's next. With safe, reliable, and efficient energy, the possibilities are endless. And that's why Columbia Gas is replacing aging pipelines, As we invest in our communities, we're powering innovation, improving quality of life, and energizing pipe dreamers of all ages. Columbia Gas, building a better energy future.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Steelers were driving, 23-yard interception return by Andre Sisco on the interception, and these Jets have the ball at the 31-yard line of the Steelers. More than that interception coming up in a moment. First, let's get the opening play of this drive for the Jets at the 9:23 mark. To you as Cade Klubnik in the shotgun has Wangu to his left. Gets a snap, rolling out to his right, throwing on the run, and it is high, and it is hauled in by Tim Patrick along the far sidelines, upended by Deshaun Jameson. And it's going to be a pickup of about 8 as we head down to Willie Colon for more than an interception. Willie?
Yeah, guys, you hate to see the last interception by Will Howard, but I got to admit it wasn't his fault. Roman Wilson's driving, he's running that route going across the middle. He starts to drift. The safety, Andre Sisco, sitting right in the hole. He's going to make the play. You know, Will Howard has started to calm down his feet, his mind. You saw everything. The offensive line started imposing the will. You hate to see it on the last drive.
All right, thanks very much, Willie. Quick RPO throw out to Patrick in the left flat, and Patrick turns upfield and picks up the first down out close to the 45-yard line before he's driven out of bounds. A quick 6-yard pickup and a first down for the Jets.
And that's 2 in a row for Tim Patrick playing in the slot position right there. They notice off coverage, so they run just a quick little screen where he kind of has a flare out from his slot position on the left side, seeing the off coverage, and makes a play behind his other receiver to dive for the first down.
Wangu, the lone setback behind Klubnik, who's under center. 2 receivers to the right, and one of the receivers is in motion right to left. And here's a handoff to Wangu, starts off the right side. Carson Bruner knifes in and makes the stop after a pickup of about 4 out to the 49-yard line.
And this is one, guys are not getting off blocks. Y.A. Black get driven back about 4 or 5 yards on that one. He has to be able to disengage and press back into the center if he's going to run that crossface to slow that gap and force Wangu to make that cutback, but didn't really do too much there. This defensive line has to get back into the pace of things. You can't get worried about what happened on the other side of the ball. You have to control what you can control, and that's your side of the ball, and be stingy with the yardage.
Quick stop and play is Chuk Sikora, the former Steeler, helped off the field, got off under his own power, and they make the Jets roster as an offensive tackle, back up to 2 first-rounders. And here's Wangu straight up the middle, and nothing doing there. Stopped at the point of the attack. That's what you're talking about there, Max. Atomewo in there to stop things right in their tracks.
Just create just a plug. You've got to just kind of submarine to a degree to force the offensive line not to be able to drive you off the ball and let the rest of your teammates come in. Jack Sawyer comes in and makes the play to finish him off and gives up minimal yards. Got to be stingy here, especially at midfield and crossing into your own territory. You never want anybody else to jump in your backyard. You can fight your siblings all you want in your backyard, but don't let anybody come from the outside.
3rd and 5 with the ball right at midfield. 7 minutes remaining here in this first half. Jets up 7-0. Klubnik will throw out quickly, and it is perfectly read on a quick pass out to the flat to the right side, and Jack Sawyer jumped it. And if that ball had been a little higher, I think he might have picked it off and taken it to the house.
I think Jack jumped and didn't realize his vert was that high in that moment as he went to jump, and it kind of pawed. It kind of surprised him, but able to put a paw down like at his almost chest level and bat that ball down. So a great job by Sawyer stopping the play.
And the Jets look like they still have the offense out here.
Yeah,
so the Steelers are having to move around some personnel. They had the special teams out there. Now the special teams runs off the field, and the defense runs back on. And then they're swapping the kicking ball out for the regular ball. So it's 6:56. The clock is stopped. And now as Klubnik gets under center, and it should start to roll again. Motion man right to left is Isaiah Williams. Now he will drop back. Will Klubnik into the shotgun. Looks like they're just trying to draw the Steelers offsides. You're 10 or offside. 10 seconds. Now 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. They're not going to snap this ball. It doesn't appear. 3, 2, 1, and they will take the penalty. So trying to cause some confusion for the Steelers. Flag comes in.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Yeah, they smelled the cheese on that one. They weren't taking it. It's a little bit too moldy, too funky for them. Good job by the Steelers defense to hold their water and not jump off with all of the different calls and formation shifts. That was a great job to get that on rep, on camera for the defense, this coaching tape.
And be able to run in with the special teams, run out, right? Understand what's going on there. Yep.
Especially with the K-ball already being out there, gave them a couple of extra seconds to where they could get settled.
Right, yeah, that's a good point. As Weegan is back to receive this, course, clock stopped. I beg your pardon on the incompletion. Here's a low driving kick, and it's going to land at about the 15-yard line and be down there by Arian Smith of the Jets. That's where the Steelers will have the football. 6:47 remaining here in the first half from Acrisure Stadium. Steelers football continues with the score: the Jets 7, the Steelers nothing.
It's Max Starks for my friends at Clearview Federal Credit Union. Clearview is here to help you reach your financial goals and support our community every step of the way. This season, they're giving back through Touchdowns for Hope, donating $500 to Light of Life Rescue Mission for every Pittsburgh touchdown. That's just one way Clearview shows up for those who need it most. Visit clearviewfcu.org/touchdown to learn more and open an account today. That's clearviewfcu.org/touchdown.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me."
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Gig speed internet from Armstrong is the future of the internet, backed by a lifetime of innovation. We're continually investing and upgrading to give you our fastest speeds ever. Ultra streaming, ultra gaming, ultra everything. A fiber network built and maintained by the people who call it home. Fiber fast, future ready. Decades of experience, today's technology. Armstrong, keeping you connected. Get gig speed internet at armstrongfiber.com.
Hey, it's your friends Mikey and Bob, and why don't you let us help you get a brand new job?
You can go to work today for our friends over at Always Safe Flagging and Traffic Control at their brand new location on the north side.
And the bus drop you off right there. You get competitive pay, paid training, benefits, performance incentives.
They're hiring right now. Apply today and learn more at awsafe.net.
Always Safe Flagging and Traffic Control, hiring now at their brand new north side location.
This is Game Day with the Pittsburgh Steelers on DVE.
We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers audio network.
Hey, Chad Tyson, I got the latest Steelers news. Plus, I kick off every show with a commercial-free rock block, and we hook up deep cut requests and a reloaded cut from the morning show. Afternoons on WDVE Pittsburgh.
6:47 remaining first half. The Steelers had the ball 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line, as Caleb Johnson is in at the running back position behind Will Howard. Offensive line changes as well. Here's the pitch to Johnson off the left side and slashing forward across the 20. Picks up about 4 on that first down run. And Max, again, looking for those different combinations up front.
Yeah, hockey line shift here on this one because Robert Tonyan in on the edge, but Dylan Cook and I think Ryan McCollum are in, as well as Broderick Jones, Spencer Anderson on the right side. Okay, McCollum's at center, Hoffman's at left guard, Cook is at left tackle. Sorry, it's a lot of movement over there trying to get all these numbers before the snap.
Will Howard under center, play action pass. Looking, stepping up, throws out to the left flat. It is complete to Nowakowski, the rookie fullback, and he has a first down across the 30 out to the 31-yard line. Nice pitch and catch before he's knocked out of bounds.
And just a nice hide route by Nowakowski, getting up into the line of scrimmage, ducking behind the left side of the line, kind of losing the safety late and making a play and moving the sticks. Great job by the offensive line protecting, giving Will Howard time to scan to find Nowakowski.
2 tight ends to the right of the formation. Skoranek motions right to left. Howard is under center, has Johnson as a lone setback. Here's the snap, play action pass, rolling wide open is Skoranek in the right flat, tries to make a man miss, is tripped up instead, and a short pickup. It's Trey Brown who made the stop close to the 35-yard line. They'll call it the 34, so a pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
So why not run the Zemo and run a little hide screen to the opposite side with your wide receiver? And Skoranek tried to put the stiff arm down, but went too low and clipped his leg, so he couldn't go further. But he had green grass if he's able to beat that defender.
Howard, 6 of 10, 50 yards, has that 1 interception, and is in the shotgun. Gets a snap, and will fake to Johnson. Throws lofting to the left side on a crossing pattern. Has his man. It is complete to Robert Tonyan, the tight end, out to the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and it's a Steelers first down.
I would say easily Will Howard's favorite target from last week, making a play there, and just beautiful throw to where only Tonyan can get it. Had Moore in trail of him and put the ball up and outside, allowing Tonyan to go out and make a play, and he's able to move the sticks.
4:38 and counting remaining in the first half. Steelers down 7-0, moving left to right. They have the ball at their own 46-yard line. Snap to Howard. Back to pass, looking, fires. It is complete to Skoranek. It is in Jets territory. He's tackled at the 47-yard line. Here are the latest NFL scores, brought to you by Clearview Federal Credit Union. Financial advice is closer than you think. Carolina leading Jacksonville 7-0. The only other game tonight, Green Bay at Denver. That's a 9 p.m. kick. And since that interception, Will Howard, 4 for 4, has looked very sharp.
Yeah, it looks very comfortable there. And Willie noted, you have a lot of the starters out now, more of your second team in. And in that moment, I'm watching the replay that they just showed. And Spence Skoranek's asking for, a hit to the head because he went down on the ground and the defender kept going and hit him in the helmet.
Trey Brown is being attended to for the Jets as we head down to Willie Colon. Willie.
Hey, one of the things when you have a young quarterback like Will Howard out there, man, you want to get his confidence going ASAP. And you're starting to see it. His footwork, his timing is all starting to pair up, and he's getting in the rhythm. That's what Mike McCarthy wants. That's part of his structure. Footwork, timing, let the ball rip. He's doing a hell of a job, and this offensive line is responding to it.
Willie, thank you very much. Willie Colon joining the broadcast team here today. 4:07 remains. Now the clock rolling as we're back to live action. Play action pass, quick pitch out to the left side. And that is Roman Wilson, and he's going to be stopped about a yard short. Just a quick throw out, looking to see if he could burst through a hole, and is stopped a yard short of a first down.
Yeah, and he was looking for a lead block from Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy Bernard got tricked a little bit, kind of went too far inside. The DB kind of jumped behind him and made the play on Wilson. But those are those little kind of curl screens where you try and use a little pick route with your wide receiver and try and curl a guy underneath for the off coverage man.
Lou Nichols is checked into the game at the running back position. He is to the left of Will Howard. Snap and the give to Nichols, and Nichols right off right guard is able to pick up the first down to the 43-yard line at the 3:20 and counting mark here of this first half. Caleb Johnson checks back into the game for the Steelers.
One thing you'll never complain about is Lou Nichols going head first and running with a full head of steam. He was going to get those yards. He was not going to be denied. And a nice job of Brock Hoffman kind of sealing the defensive lineman that was trying to slash inside to create that hole for Nichols to dive through.
Howard has 3 eligibles to the left. One of them in motion left to right is Hurleman across the formation, settles into an H-back position. Howard under center, play action pass. Rolling out, throws wide open to Hurleman in the left flat, I beg your pardon. He's tackled pretty quickly at the 40-yard line, so a short pickup of about 3.
Yeah, Keenan Garber, the corner, makes an excellent play because Hurleman is one of those guys. We talk about Caden Weegan being faster than a hiccup. Max Hurleman is quick fast. Mm-hmm. I'm going to use the determination between the two now. Quick fast and faster than a hiccup.
Okay. To delineate between the two young receivers.
Yes.
And here's Howard in the shotgun. Has Johnson to his left, 213, 212 and counting. Here's the give on the delay to Johnson. Johnson trying to surge forward off left guard. Got 2 down to the 32-yard line. Or beg your pardon, the 37-yard line. And now it's time for the 2-minute timeout. Brought to you by Pond Lee Hockey. If you're hurt at work, you need a law firm that will fight for you. Call Pond Lee Hockey, an official sponsor of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Your consultation is totally free. 1-888-POND-LAW. With a score, the Jets 7, the Steelers nothing. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Business moves fast. So do we. Armstrong Business delivers internet connectivity at the speed of business, powered by local experts and performance that never quits. Stay ahead with a fiber network that works as hard as you do. From download to done in record time, you get enterprise-grade reliability built to scale today and tomorrow. Because every second counts and every connection matters. Fast forward your business at ArmstrongBusiness.com.
It's Max Starks for my friends at Clearview Federal Credit Union. Clearview is here to help you reach your financial goals and support our community every step of the way. This season, they're giving back through Touchdowns for Hope, donating $500 to Light of Life Rescue Mission for every Pittsburgh touchdown. That's just one way Clearview shows up for those who need it most. Visit clearviewfcu.org/touchdown to learn more and open an account today. That's clearviewfcu.org/touchdown.
Buy one window, get a free unicorn. Just kidding. Are you tired of dishonest offers? I'm Brian Murphy, owner of Easy Home Exteriors, and we take your home seriously. If you need windows, roofing, siding, or doors, we'll give you fair, honest pricing the first time, every time. No pressure, no gimmicks. We'll give you a free estimate. You don't even need to be home. Call 412-678-7008. That's 412-678-7008. If you're lucky, we'll throw in a unicorn.
You see the skyline, you drive over the bridges. We built that. Ironworkers Local Union Number 3. It's not just a job, it's a legacy. And you can start as early as this fall. Now's your chance to join the apprenticeship program and learn from the best in the business. Earn while you train. Build what matters and take pride in every beam and bolt. Starting hourly wage is over $28 with great benefits. Visit IWLocal3.com. That's IWLocal3.com and apply now before time runs out.
Your radio home for Steelers football is DVE.
Out of the 2-minute warning, the Steelers facing a 3rd and 5 from the 37-yard line of the Jets. And Willie Colon, Will Howard 6 for 6 on this drive thus far.
Yeah, he's been in rhythm. His footwork, his mind, you can tell he's really starting to get a command of this offense. Let's not forget, last week against the Green Bay Packers, 2-minute drive before they went into halftime. It was a signature play of last week. Hopefully he can do this again. We got 2 minutes left, 3rd and 5. I want to see Will Howard score here, man. He's having a hell of a game. That interception wasn't on him. Roman Wilson has to do a better, not drift, but I think Will Howard right now, man, if he can finish this drive on a high note, I think it speaks volumes.
Willie, thank you very much. 10th play of the drive coming up. 4:47 has elapsed, but the Steelers are facing a 3rd and 5 at the 37-yard line of the Jets. Nichols is to the right of Howard, who brings Tanyan, the tight end, in motion right to left. 2 receivers to each side. Jets showing 4-man rush. That's what they'll bring as Howard gets a snap. Back looking, fires over the middle of the field, and this one's intercepted. And there's a flag on the play. It is picked off by Samuel Womack. It was intended for Max Hurleman, I believe, and let's see what the flags are going to be.
Pass interference. Offense number 84. The penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down. TV, timeout.
And that is called on Hurleman, who was the intended target here on the crossing pattern that was picked off. I didn't see anything really there at all, but so it is. And at the 1:54 mark here of the first half, with the Jets having the ball at their own 30-yard line from Acrisure Stadium, Steelers football will continue with a score: the Jets 7 and the Steelers nothing.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew. Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Every winning team needs a flexible game plan. That's why we built the FNB e-store, where you can shop for more than 50 banking solutions with one easy application. Whether you're on the road, banking on your phone, or prefer to visit a branch, the FNB e-store helps you make the right call. Your call. Can your bank do that? Let's get started at fnb-online.com. FNB, member FDIC.
Join me, Merrill Hodge, along with Super Bowl champions Max Starks and Willie Parker for an unforgettable beach weekend when Pittsburgh travels to Tampa Bay on October 18th. Stay on America's favorite beaches in St. Pete, Clearwater at the Trade Winds Resort. Your getaway on the white sand beaches offers an incredible beach tailgate on the Gulf the night before the game, Saturday, October 17th. Enjoy live music, delicious food, great giveaways, and your chance to meet Steelers legends. Book your beach getaway today at PittsburghBeachWeekend.com.
If you've been injured at work, you don't want just any lawyer. You want your home team, Pond Lehocky. Call them today for your free legal consultation at 1-888-POND-LAW. Every day they fight for Pittsburgh workers. They've recovered billions of dollars for hardworking people like you. Tell them your story now at 1-888-POND-LAW. Pond Lehocky, an official sponsor of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pond Lehocky, Giordano Inc. Attorney advertising. Spokesperson is not an attorney. No fee unless there is a recovery. Prior results, including cases won and amounts recovered, do not guarantee a similar outcome. PondLehocky.com.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Okay, something to clean up here quickly. The pass was intended for Roman Wilson. It was Hurleman who, on a pick route, was called for the pass interference.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. He was Max Hurleman was trying to pick for Robert Tonyan on the sideline. Will Howard was throwing the deeper post route to Roman Wilson.
So now the Jets get their own rookie quarterback, Cade Klubnik, running the 2-minute drill. Short pass out to the right. It is complete. And it is another rookie, first-rounder, Omar Cooper, one of 3 first-rounders for the Jets, who has a reception just short of a first down. Ball close to the 40-yard line of the Jets, who have all 3 timeouts remaining, as do the Steelers. 1:35 and counting. Klubnik gets a snap and will give to Wangu off the left guard, and Wangu will get out to the 41-yard line, picks up a first down. Jets will now hurry back up.
Yeah, Wangu tripped, actually. It wasn't even because of a tackle. He just tripped.
1:20 and counting as Klubnik gets a snap. Throws out to the left. It's complete to Isaiah Williams, and Williams does not get out of bounds. Tackled by Boykin, and so clock will continue to roll. 1:05 and counting. Short pickup of 6 out to the 47-yard line. Under 1 minute remaining. Klubnik gesturing out to his right. Settles back into the shotgun. Gets a snap. Steelers bringing pressure, and Klubnik will be sacked. Taken down by Jack Sawyer, who comes in, had half a sack last week, picks up one here, and on an 8-yard loss, the Jets will use a timeout.
And that was just, he whipped the guard's block, and that was Marquise Hayes that did not kick out all the way. The right tackle kicked all the way out to account for the safety blitz off the edge, leaving Jack Sawyer wide open. And you don't do that to 3-3. 3-3 will, Sawdog will take you down.
So now it'll be a 3rd and 11. Ball back at the 40-yard line of the Jets. Again, you start to think about if the Steelers can make a stop, will they think about using some of their timeouts? Out here at Acrisure Stadium, letting the defense hear it. They've got the towels rolling as Klubnik gets the snap and throws out, and it is complete to McLean, and a long out pattern, and it's easily enough for a first down in Steelers territory at the 46-yard line and out of bounds.
Yeah, Deshaun Jameson at the top of that route and coverage slips, allowing for the receiver to make that play on the edge.
45 seconds remaining with the clock stopped. Klubnik gets a snap. Back to pass. Looking. Pump fakes. Now rolling out to the right. Looking. Throws. And the ball is deflected and knocked away. It's Bruner who got into the passing lane there and batted it down.
And the pass rush was kind of there, but nice job by Carson Bruner, just kind of jumping up and spreading his hands out wide, catching it with the inside of his right hand because he didn't know where Klubnik was going to release that football. So a good job there to turn them away on first down.
We talk about the 2-minute offense. I want to see this 2-minute defense get its job done as well. 8 on the play clock as the Jets finally break the huddle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and the Jets need to use a timeout here. Poor clock management by the Jets, and they're forced to use their second timeout.
Yeah, couldn't get it in time.
A reminder that our next broadcast on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network will be Thursday, August 27th, when the Pittsburgh Steelers visit the Buffalo Bills. Steelers Audio Network coverage will begin at 5 p.m. on Thursday the 27th. And, of course, that's going to be a big game for a lot of the players trying to make a final statement. But it'll be fun to see that new stadium, too.
Yeah, it will be fun to see the new Highmark Stadium. I mean, I know if you go on social media, people have been complaining about it. Obstructed views, too much concrete. I'm like, what do you think the stadium's made out of? You know, I mean, it's made out of concrete. Now, the obstructed views, I think it's a couple. But I'm like, that's still a beautiful, big new stadium that cost a couple of $2 billion to build.
Looking forward to seeing it. The Jets break the huddle here. Only one timeout remaining now. 39 seconds left. 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line of the Steelers. Klubnik back to pass. Pressure coming. Oh, and a great job. Carson Bruner ran through Wangu's block attempt and dumped Klubnik for another sack inside Jets territory.
Oh, that was beautiful. And now that you wonder if the Steelers are going to call a timeout. Doesn't look like they are, but that was a great overload blitz again. Carson Bruner coming instead of Jack Sawyer on that one. Very same exact play, except for Wangu wasn't tall enough to ride that ride, a 4-4.
3rd and 16. Klubnik fires. It is complete down to the 41-yard line. And that is once again McClain on the reception. The Jets hustling up to the line of scrimmage. They do have one timeout remaining and hadn't used it yet. And now they do use it. Comes in from the sideline. As looked like Klubnik kind of lost track of how much time was left in that on that clock. And with 1 second left, the Jets are going to try a long field goal attempt.
And sitting there, ball on the 41. So you figure this is probably about a 56-yarder, maybe 57-yarder.
And it's Cade York who's going to attempt the kick. Came up with the Cleveland Browns several years ago. Bounced around a little bit since then. It's going to be a 59-yard attempt, to left.
Oh, he's right on the left hypocycloid, the blue one, right in front of the 50-yard line.
Just on the left hash, 59-yard attempt. Long snapper is Thomas Hennessy. McNamara is the holder. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. Here's the kick by York. And that is wide right and no good. And that will bring us to the end of the second quarter, brought to you by our neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. With a score, the Jets 7, the Steelers nothing. The UPMC halftime report is up next on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
From last-second game-winning field goals to 98-yard kickoff returns, football is exciting. But as the official bank of the Pittsburgh Steelers, PNC prefers to be steady and boring, like a solid ground game that eats up the clock. A strategy that scored a lot of financial wins over the last 160 years. And while our customers may not wear our name on the back of jerseys, Steelers fans can get 20% off regularly priced merchandise with the Pittsburgh Steelers PNC Bank debit card. A pretty exciting option play if you ask us. Find out more at pnc.com/Steelers card. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Tractor trailers are some of the most dangerous vehicles on the road. There are federal rules for load sizes, driver's hours, and maintenance for a reason. When big rigs don't follow these rules, entire families can be torn apart. We have the talent and the resources to take on these large companies. Hopefully, through our work, families are being helped and trucking companies are getting the message about safety.
Bordis & Bordis, proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2026. Brought to you in part by Iron Workers Local Union Number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. Legacy Kia, the all-new Legacy Kia of West Mifflin. Your way, right away. Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com. NSS Life, where family matters. Pella Windows, viewed to be the best. Pennsylvania Lottery. Play to win with a Pennsylvania Lottery. Visit PALottery.com or download the app today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. S&T Bank. People Forward Banking. Pennsylvania One Call System. Dial 811 before you dig. Robert Pearson Associates. When life tackles you, Robert Pearson Associates fights for justice. PierceLaw.com. People's Natural Gas. Proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Prescott Roofing. Tackling Pittsburgh roofs since 1906. South Hills Kia. South Hills Kia has the ride and a price you love. RE/MAX Select Realty. Visit RE/MAXSelectPittsburgh.com. And by Schneider Downs. Discover the value of big thinking with a personal focus.
Welcome to the UPMC Halftime Report on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. UPMC, the official healthcare provider and health plan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wes Schuler with you here at the half at Acrisure Stadium, where it's the Jets 7, the Steelers nothing. The Steelers first half recap is brought to you by PNC Bank, the official bank of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and brilliantly boring since 1865. The Jets started with the football, 10 plays, 69-yard drive. Geno Smith, 2 woods from 13 yards out. That made it 7-0 Jets, and that score has held here for the other 20 minutes-ish since that first quarter score by New York. A couple good drives by the Steelers ended by a turnover, a 59-yard field goal missed by New York at the end of the half, and so just the 7 points on the opening drive for the Jets. When we return on the other side, we'll take a look at other preseason action around the NFL. You're listening to the UPMC Halftime Report on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Ghost Towns, the new album, Justified, out now. Get Justified now, featuring the new songs Justified and Something Wicked. Ghost Towns blends southern rock, blues, country, and Americana into a powerful roots-driven sound. Known for their high-energy live performances, the band has toured with legends like the Rolling Stones, ZZ Top, and Garth Brooks, building a reputation as one of today's top-rising American rock acts. Get Justified now, anywhere you get your music. Ghost Hounds, on tour soon. Stay tuned.
Hi, Pittsburgh. I'm Will Howard, quarterback for the Steelers. Going on my second year now, I've learned that nothing is given to you here in Pittsburgh. You have to earn your spot on the field and off. The team at Calusi Chevrolet knows all about that, too. They've had to earn the trust of this city for over 108 years. They're a trustworthy, family-owned business and my first pick when it comes to buying and servicing my vehicles. Start shopping today at Calusi.com. Together, let's drive at Calusi Chevrolet.
With the award-winning e-store from FNB, you can shop for more than 50 banking solutions. Then check out in minutes with just one easy application, which means more time for football. That's more rushing the passer and less rushing through paperwork. More huddles, less hassles. More game time, less wait time. You get the picture. Can your bank do that? Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. FNB, member FDIC.
Attention football fans. On the field, it's important to keep your senses alert for any opportunity to strike. And those same senses could save your life at home. Remember the 3 senses of safety. Sight, if you see bubbling water or an out-of-place dead patch of grass. Sound, or you hear hissing. And smell, you know, that rotten egg-like odor. Any of these signs means you could have a gas leak. Leave the area and call 911 immediately. Stay safe. A message from People's Natural Gas, proud partners of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Listen for the Mike McCarthy press conference after the game on DVE.
Back at Acrisure Stadium at the half, where it's the Jets 70, Steelers nothing. Let's take a look at the NFL scoreboard. The rest of the league looking like this. 2 other preseason games tonight down in Jacksonville. The Jags trail Carolina 7-3. That one early in the second quarter. And then getting going here at 9 o'clock in Denver, the Broncos host the Packers. When we return, I will have your first half stats. You're listening to the UPMC Halftime Report on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
All right, moms and dads, take a deep breath. It's back to school. Your morning is about to get a lot busier, and your family relies on you to keep everyone moving safely. Thankfully, the Kia Sorento earned the highest honor, the Top Safety Pick Award from IIHS. Right now at Smale Kia, get $3,000 customer cash back on top of dealer discounts on a 2026 Kia Sorento. Everyone qualifies. Or choose 0% APR for 60 months. Visit Smale Kia on Route 30 in Greensburg for details or online 24/7 at smalekia.com. 3K customer cash, no financing required, 0 APR. Not all will qualify through KFA. Tax fees extra, ends 8/31.
Great googly moogly. This one's got heart. Rob King here for Caliente Pizza and Draft House. Try Caliente's new Wolfley 73 Pizza, a bold pizza built in honor of Steelers legend Craig Wolfley. The Wolfley 73 is loaded with pepperoni, meatballs, hot honey, Parmesan cheese, and a whole lot of Pittsburgh pride. 73% of every Wolfley 73 sale goes to Light of Life Rescue Mission. Order one today, online or at all 8 Caliente locations. Caliente, the official pizza of WDVE. Eat good, do good, just like Craig.
So we heard Amanda is off to school.
Yeah, big step. More independence.
She's not going to call every week asking for more money for books, is she?
With Smart Start Banking from S&T Bank, she gets budgeting tools, scholarship opportunities, and can send money using Zelle.
Wow. I guess college is about getting smarter, right?
Give them financial independence and yourself peace of mind. Stop by your local branch. Call 800-325-2265 or visit stbank.com. To send money with Zelle, both parties must have an eligible checking or savings account. Terms and conditions apply. S&T Bank. Member FDIC.
Chris, owner of Prescott Roofing and Masonry, Pittsburgh's full-service roofing and masonry company. We're your first choice for high-quality roofing and masonry restoration with over 100 years in business and a fifth-generation locally owned company. We've been tackling Pittsburgh roofs since 1906, offering top-quality work at reasonable prices. Shingle, slate, tile, rubber, gutters, copperwork, masonry restoration. We do it all. GAF Master Elite and James Hardy certified. Free estimates and financing available. PrescottRoofing.com.
Your radio home for Steelers football is DVE.
Back at Acrisure Stadium where the Jets lead the Steelers 7-0 at the half. Let's take a look at the first half stats. They're brought to you by Schneider Downs. Discover the value of big thinking with a personal focus. Will Howard, 10 of 15 for 74 yards, the 2 interceptions in his 30 minutes of action. Not the outing that he was looking for. Ben Skoranek leads the way with 3 receptions for 26 yards. On the ground game for the Steelers, we've seen a little Dowdle, we've seen a little Warren. Dowdle, 5 attempts for 18 yards. Warren, 5 attempts for 17 yards. Also, Caleb Johnson has 2 carries for 7 yards. Lou Nichols, 1 carry for 3 yards. On the Jets side of things, Geno Smith, perfect 7 for 7, 65 yards and the touchdown. 1 drive. His day was over. The rookie Cade Klubnik, 8 for 12. Also for 65 yards, and expecting to see a little bit more of him in the second half. He also, Cade Klubnik, had 1 rush attempt for 16 yards for the Jets. Team stats before I get out of here. 9 first downs in the first 30 minutes for New York, 8 for the Steelers. The Jets 4 of 8 on third downs. The Steelers 2 of 6. Total yards there through 30 minutes, 148 for New York, 108 for the Steelers. Thanks to Caliente Pizza and Draft House for feeding our crew tonight back at studio headquarters. Caliente Pizza and Draft House, 10-time World Pizza Champions. Order today at worldsbestpizza.com. I'm Wes Schuler, and you've been listening to the UPMC Halftime Report. UPMC, the official healthcare provider and health plan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll have the second half kickoff right after this. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
For more than 65 years, Schneider Downs has provided a full spectrum of business consulting solutions to the Western Pennsylvania region. Tax and accounting, digital solutions and cybersecurity, risk management and advisory. Learn about big thinking with a personal focus at schneiderdowns.com.
For an extraordinary advantage in sports, you need a game plan. For an extraordinary advantage everywhere else, all you need is Acrisure. With a high-tech human approach to insurance, cybersecurity, and more, Acrisure helps you take care of what you care about. That makes winning easy. See what Acrissure's extraordinary advantage can do for you at Acrisure.com.
Chalk Talk with Jack Sawyer kicks off Tuesday, September 15th at the Giant Eagle Market District in Robinson. You can meet Jack and you can register to win a pair of Steelers tickets every week. Chalk Talk with Jack Sawyer, Tuesdays from 7 to 8 p.m. at the Giant Eagle Market District in Robinson.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2026. Brought to you in part by Bordis and Bordis, fighting for justice. Bridges Hospice, your choice, our privilege. Coming soon to the Mon Valley. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. First National Bank, can your bank do that? Welcome to FNB, member FDIC, your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Flynn's Tire and Auto Service. Need tires? Flynn's will get you in today. Gateway Clippers Shuttle Service, the best way to a Steelers game. Gherkin Roofing, call the Pickle. Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of Steelers Nation. Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. Find food, volunteer, or donate at pittsburghfoodbank.org. Henny Jewelers, Pittsburgh's choice jewelry store for engagement rings, luxury jewelry, and watches. Haas's Steak and Sea House. Haas's is hospitality. And by Independence Health System, expert care here.
Tonight's second half preview is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Play to win with the Pennsylvania Lottery. Visit PALottery.com or download the app today. Players must be 18 or older Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. So, Max, we're going to see Drew Aller here in the second half. I think that's something that a lot of Steelers fans are going to be very interested to see.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to see both of these young guys put it on display. We saw Will Howard in the first half, some highs and some lows for him. You could see the rookie learning curve kind of kicking in the second week. Some decisions he's going to have to work on as far as a couple of plays that he had some bad reads. And now Drew Aller's turn to lead this team for an entire half, as they are the only two quarterbacks playing in this game. So what can Drew Aller do to kind of build on his second half performance that he had against the Packers?
What did you see in that offensive line play in the first half? What are you expecting to see in the second half? We're going to see some substitutions, I would assume.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll have all the starters finally out of the line. I think we'll see more of kind of this ending group that we saw to end the first half, where you had Brock Hoffman on the left side along with Dylan Cook, Broderick Jones, Spencer Anderson. I wonder if we'll see some Doug Nestor worked in there. Ryan McCollum was in there. Will they switch positions on him and switch him and Hoffman at center in the guard position, as well as Jack Driscoll also coming in, played at the end of the game last week. So I'm expecting still to see about a rotation of about 7 different offensive linemen, and that's about 3 different combinations that we can expect to see in the second half.
How about defensively here for the Steelers?
Gabe Rubio time.
Okay.
This is Gabe Rubio time. We got a lot of time with Y.A. Black, Keanu Benton, Dean Lowry was in there as well. So let's see what Gabe Rubio, Kyler Baugh, and Anthony Goodlow. Let's see what those guys can do. They had monster second halves against Green Bay last week.
Kevin Jobity trying to make a name for himself as well here among Steelers fans. Tonight's second half is brought to you by People's Natural Gas, proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Jets will be kicking left to right. In case you're just joining us, they're up 7-0. They're wearing their green uniform pants with white jerseys. The Steelers in the gold uniform pants and the black jerseys will be moving right to left in front of us. Caden Weegan back to receive with Eli Heidenreich. And let's see who's kicking it off for the Jets. Looks like it's going to be Sanders who will be doing the kicking. Again, Sanders and York battling for the kicking job here for the Jets. And we're underway. Sanders with the boot, and it is going to be taken by Weegan. And Weegan going to let it go over his head and into the end zone. And Heidenreich chased after it. We saw that last year.
We did.
It goes over your head. You need to recover it.
You have to chase it out.
Weegan let it go over his head, and that's going to be a teaching point, I would think, as well.
Yeah, that's going to be another teaching point for Caden Weegan. Ball security the first one, and then now, making sure you go secure the ball. And I'm sure Caleb Johnson probably wanted to say something to him like, hey, you got to go cover that, because he had that issue happen to him last season as a rookie.
Caleb Johnson in. We are still seeing Dylan Cook at left tackle and Broderick Jones at right tackle. Hoffman at right guard as well. And so Doug Nestor looks like he's in at left guard. So, again, keeping some of those first-teamers or guys battling for first-team spots out there, with Drew Aller getting his first snap. And gesturing to his left, he's in the shotgun, has Caleb Johnson to his right. Aller gets a snap from his own 36-yard line. Back to our own 35, I beg your pardon. Back rolling out left, rolling. He's going to tuck it, and he's going to scoot out of bounds along the near sideline, pick up a 4 out to the 39.
Yeah, pressure came a little bit early on the left side, and we saw, looked like Braden McGregor coming off the edge and forcing Drew Aller out of the pocket on that play, and just couldn't find anything, so I had to tuck it and get some positive yardage.
Interesting guy, Braden McGregor, rookie free agent, getting a long look from the Jets with that pressure off of that offensive left side. Snap, Aller give to Johnson, bursting to the outside to the right, and just couldn't quite get to the edge before he is dragged down by Clark. Out close to the 45-yard line, just going to be about a yard short. It looked like he might be able to get to the edge and pick up big yardage.
It was right there, and there was a beautiful surge by that right side of the offensive line. They absolutely blew the defenders backwards, allowing for Caleb Johnson to make that easy cut read to the backside.
3rd and inches from the 44-yard line. Just under 14 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, opening drive of the second half. Steelers down 7-0. Aller in the shotgun gets a snap. Will give to Johnson off left side and surging forward, and he will pick up the first down as he burrows out close to the 47-yard line.
Scrum initiated there. Offensive line created that phalanx, old Spartan-style formation, and just wedged their way forward, allowing for Caleb Johnson to get through for the first down. Got to throw some Greek history.
Got those 5 hoplites up front.
Yeah, exactly. No shields, though. No shields, though. All elbows.
Drew Haller under center. The lone setback is Caleb Johnson. Fresh set of downs. Ball at the 47-yard line of the Steelers. And play action pass. Aller back looking. Pumps now moving to the left. Steps up in the pocket. Pump fakes. Flag behind him as he tucks it and gets across midfield to the 49-yard line. However, there is a flag, and it looks like it's going to be holding against the Steelers.
There was a little bit. Couldn't see if that was McCollum or who.
Offense, number 62. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, Ryan McCollum, yeah. I mean, he was inside the grasp, but once the arm overcomes, you've got to let it go because it looks like a jersey pull. Very easy call, especially that deep on the bull rush. You just have to let it go. Even though it doesn't look that bad because he feels like he's still got position in the clutch, it's one of those things, it's an easy call. The refs can call it every time.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And it was after the leaping attempt by the defensive lineman. I believe it was Peyton Page, and he kind of pulled them down afterward. So it's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Aller in the shotgun. Will give to Caleb Johnson. Starts right, cuts back to the left, stiff arm, and runs parallel to the line of scrimmage and dropped at the 40. So a short pickup. Again, looked like there might have been a little more there, and Caleb picks up 3.
Caleb had the initial move, and as he's working, but just couldn't shake free of the initial hit by the Jets defender.
2nd and 17. Quick snap. Aller sets up the screen to Johnson. Left side. Johnson following his blockers is belted down by Cisco as he gets across the 45 out to about the 47-yard line. Call it the 46, so it's going to be 3rd and 11. Another short pickup.
And I'll say that was some nice movement there by the offensive line, getting out and creating that moving wall between McCollum and Nestor from the left side on the running back screen.
Under 12 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. 3rd and 11. Steelers at the ball at their own 46-yard line. Aller has 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Johnson next to him in the shotgun. Gets a snap. Aller back to pass. Blitz coming. Steps up. Throws back to the right. It is Tanyan, the tight end, but Tanyan is stopped right at the 49-yard line. Quick tackle out there. He was the only man out there, but the ball kind of took a while to get there, and he is stopped on a 4th and 5 now. The Steelers still have the offense out there.
Yeah, midfield. You know, maybe they try and do what the Jets did and trying to draw you off sides, but I have to think that they're probably going to try and take a shot at this with analytics.
Here's the snap to Aller. Aller looking, pumps back to the left and too tall. Had a man open. It was Wentz who'd broken free from Womack, but the ball sails over his head, and the Steelers will turn the ball over on downs at the 49-yard line of the Jets. 11-13 remains third quarter from Acrisure Stadium. Steelers football continues with the score. The Jets 7, the Steelers nothing.
Pittsburghers know strong teams begin with the line. That's why Peoples Natural Gas is upgrading thousands of miles of pipelines throughout western Pennsylvania. Replacing aged infrastructure with state-of-the-art lines that create safer, more reliable systems to deliver the energy you need. Heating homes, making meals, and warming water for millions of residents and businesses, while also cutting down on greenhouse gas emissions. Peoples, providing safe, reliable, and cost-effective energy now and for generations to come.
Every winning team needs a flexible game plan. That's why we built the FNB e-store, where you can shop for more than 50 banking solutions with one easy application. Whether you're on the road, banking on your phone, or prefer to visit a branch, the FNB e-store helps you make the right call. Your call. Can your bank do that? Let's get started at fnb-online.com. FNB, member FDIC.
He goes for it, and he's got it.
That's another legendary play for Pittsburgh.
Perfectly displays the precision and performance that this team is a pro at delivering.
A team like that needs a lineup of vehicles that can match their energy.
I couldn't have said it better myself. That's why Pittsburgh teams back Ford trucks.
This roster's made for the City of Champions and delivers MVP-level performance every time.
Visit your neighborhood Ford store and find your star player today.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Steelers tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Steelers.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Jets had the ball turned over on downs by the Steelers. Let's go down to Willie Colon for what Willie's looking for in the second half of the black and gold.
You know, one of the things Mike McCarthy talked about this week and his ability to find the silver lining, and that starts with Drew Aller. Last week, he was able to improvise. When things broke down, you saw him move his feet, score, and make things happen. Now, we see in the second half, he's doing the same thing. But we still need him to be on time with the football, have some command, and really deliver the football on time. That's what he has to do in the second half. If you're the offensive line coming out of halftime, they're starting to play a little bully ball. We know you can run, but we want to see Caleb Johnson and some of these running backs come downhill. So we'll see what happens in the second half. But right now, Drew Aller, can they calm him down and can he deliver?
All right, Willie, thank you very much. By the way, Landon Roberts, like a shot, stopped Sam Scott right at the line of scrimmage. So getting him probably just trying to get his wind up and get him back to play speed. He's out there with Cole Holcomb at the linebacker position. Cade Klubnik remains in at quarterback. Klubnik stands up in the pocket, throws short underneath. It is complete, and it is Quincy Skinner who is spun down by Jamison at the 44-yard line of the Steelers. 5-yard, or beg your pardon, that's going to be a 7-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 3, maybe 3rd and 2 they're going to call here from the 43-yard line of the Steelers.
And Steelers dialing up a 5-man pressure there, trying to get home on Klubnik. Klubnik gets that ball away before he can get contacted. And Deshaun Jamison get a little bit stronger there, take him down to the ground. He couldn't quite. He tried to spin him a couple times, but couldn't get him down.
Got another 3 yards after contact there. 3rd and 2. Klubnik in the shotgun. Hard count. Gives to Scott. Scott off left side and is not going to get anywhere. That is bottled up. Cole Holcomb knifed through and was able to stop Scott for no gain.
Timed it up perfectly. Jets tried to go hard count, and because he was just a tick behind, able to get in the middle of that and really muck everything up for the offensive line, their blocking scheme, and allow for him. It looked like Landon Roberts, they ran cross dog there. Landon Roberts came first and Holcomb folded behind him. So E-Rob set the first line of destruction for him.
4th and 2, Jets going for it here. Klubnik in the shotgun, gets the snap, back to pass, looking wheel route out to the right, and it is complete to Scott. He is dropped in his tracks by a Landon Roberts, going to be close to a first down, very close to a first down.
It might be too short, And
the officials huddling to talk this over.
Where that ball is. Come on, Carl Johnson. Let's go, Carl.
A little muffled on the ref mic there, but it looks like that is a stop short by Landon Roberts. So we'll go back over to downs on the Steelers. 9 yards away from where they turned it over the last time on downs. From Acrisure Stadium, Steelers football continues with a score of the Jets 7, the Steelers nothing.
It's Max Starks for my friends at Clearview Federal Credit Union. Clearview is here to help you reach your financial goals and support our community every step of the way. This season, they're giving back through Touchdowns for Hope, donating $500 to Light of Life Rescue Mission for every Pittsburgh touchdown. That's just one way Clearview shows up for those who need it most. Visit clearviewfcu.org/touchdown to learn more and open an account today. That's clearviewfcu.org/touchdown.
Looking for health insurance for employees in multiple locations? UPMC Health Plan National Access has you covered. UPMC National Access gives employees access to the top-ranked doctors and hospitals of UPMC, along with nationwide access through the Cigna Healthcare PPO network for employees outside of the service area. For the quality, affordable coverage that your company deserves, choose UPMC Health Plan.
At Giant Eagle, we believe in better, and that includes finding more ways to help you save. Because finding a good deal is everyone's deal. Because grabbing their favorites is your favorite too. Because everyone loves perks. Because every dollar and every moment counts. We're working hard to bring you more ways to save across the store so you can bring home the best. Giant Eagle, because it matters.
South Hills Kia, let's go. The 2027 Kia Seltos LX all-wheel drive, just $259 a month. And the all-new 2026 Kia K4 LXS, only $209 a month. Top trade values are happening right now. Don't miss it. 24-month leases, $34.99 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax and title. First payment due at signing. Not all qualify. No security deposit required. Offer ends August 31st, 2026. South Hills Kia. Deals like this don't last. Visit southhillskia.net for more details.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Ball's marked at the 41-yard line of the Steelers. 9:11 remaining in the third quarter as the Steelers and Jets have turned each other over on down. Steelers had the ball back. I'd like to quickly wish a happy birthday to our esteemed statistician, Mark Oxenreider.
That's right.
We will never say his name or his birthday out loud, just only to indicate that he might have something in common with Jack Lambert's number.
Oh.
Jersey number.
There
We're not going to actually say how old he is.
We won't say that.
Nope, we would never say that on the air.
It's a hidden treasure.
Under center is Drew Aller. Lone setback is Caleb Johnson. Gets the handoff, stretch play to the light, gets around the edge, left, I beg your pardon, gets around the edge, but here comes a flag sailing in.
Two.
And it looks like, two flags. Looks like this one's going to come back. Just completely collapse that side of the line of scrimmage.
Oh, man. Just when you felt good about everything going.
Holding. Offense, number 28. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Levi Wentz, the wide receiver.
And Levi, yeah. You got to let him go at some point. The dude has turned completely sideways. You got to let him go, Levi. And
so that wipes out a promising game. Would have been, 6-7 yards anyway, even without the holding penalty, but now will be a 1st and 16 from back at the 35-yard line on that spot foul. 8:55 and counting remaining in the third quarter. Aller has emptied the set. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Gets a snap, back to pass, looking right, pumps, comes back over the middle, complete to Lake McCree, the tight end, out to the 43-yard line. So they'll get about 8 of that yardage back, and it'll be 2nd and 8.
And just a nice little quick throw in the middle to Lake McCree. Just kind of fit it right in the pocket by Aller. Also wanted to point out new left tackle in Jack Driscoll has now entered the game, removing Dylan Cook. I'm sure his service is done for the day, going well into the second half.
And still seeing Hoffman and Jones on the right side. Eli Heidenreich has checked into the game for the Steelers season in the left slot. Empty set once again for Aller. Gets a snap, back to pass, 4-man rush coming. Aller pump fakes, now moving out to his left, looking, going to loft downfield. There's a man down there. It is McCree. He hauls it in, and yes, he kept himself in bounds before Moore could knock him out inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line.
High risk, high reward for Drew Aller. Under pressure, escapes to his left, and just delivers an absolute dart to Lake McCree, who beat the double coverage.
38-yard strike. The Steelers are now entering the Heinz red zone. During Steelers season, it has to be Heinz, the official catch-up of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And pressure coming. Aller throws incomplete. Intended short for Heidenreich. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the Jets defense sniffed out that screen that they were trying to run to him, and there was nowhere open. Kind of gives a little skip like a rock, and Heidenreich kind of picks it up off the one hop. But that doesn't count in football.
One of the things they talk about is don't make a bad play worse. If it's not there, don't try to force it. Don't just sometimes, as Mike McCarthy said, 2nd and 10's okay.
Yeah.
And that's what it is right now. Yeah, that's what it is for the Steelers at the 19-yard line of the Jets. Here's a snap, and Aller will give to Heidenreich, spinning off left side. He held that for a long time. I wonder if that was an option where Drew could have possibly kept it and run right. Instead, Heidenreich picks up 2 to the 17 off the left side.
Yeah, Drew Aller was staring down the barrel. He was trying to see if the defensive end or outside linebacker was going to crash down, but he saw they locked eyes, and that's why he handed it off in the last second, because you didn't want to try and pull the matador at that moment behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 8. Steelers marching right to left. 7:10 remaining here in the third quarter. Aller has 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gets the snap. Jets bringing pressure. Aller back. Aller tries to step out of the pocket and instead is slung down for a loss in the play. It was Chase Wilson, the linebacker on the blitz, who brought him down, and now the Steelers will attempt a field goal with Lath Margin out to kick it for him. So Lath giving a little bit of, I don't call it's not competition. Chris Boswell, if he's healthy, obviously.
Relief.
The kicker.
Relief,
yeah. Rest the leg a little bit.
Yeah, we know what Bos can do.
Yes. And this will be a 44-yard attempt for Lath Margin from the left hash, kicking right to left. 6:25 remains here in this third quarter. Snap, hold, kick by Margin is up and curls left, and it is wide left, no good. So the Steelers remain off the scoreboard here at Acrisure Stadium. 6:19 remains, third quarter. Steelers football continues with the score. The Jets 7, the Steelers nothing.
Rob King here, introducing the Wolfley 73 at Caliente Pizza and Draft House. A bold pizza built in honor of Steelers legend Craig Wolfley. And 73% of every sale goes to Light of Life Rescue Mission. Caliente, the official pizza of WDVE. Eat good, do good, just like Craig.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Tackle any home project when you buy from CGR. They'll put together a game plan that's a winner every time you need materials and deliver right to your job site, or stop in and visit their stock showroom. Provia Siding, Owens Corning Shingles, Trex, and TimberTech Decking, plus much more. They'll help you get to the red zone of your project every time. Check them out online at CGRWholesaleRoofing.com, and don't forget they're open Saturdays 7 to noon.
Stop on down or get delivery at CGR Wholesale.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Gear for tailgating season at Don's Appliances. Shop our in-stock selection of refrigerators, laundry, and more from your favorite brands like Whirlpool and KitchenAid. Get guaranteed lowest prices and free next-day delivery. Shop DonsAppliances.com.
Randy Baumann Mornings and Steelers Football, DVE.
The Steelers' fourth down defensive stop was the Northwest switch of possession play. Listen to Michelle Michaels Monday for the cue to call in, tell her the Northwest switch of possession play, and win a $100 Visa gift card courtesy of Northwest Bank, the team that brings you expert advice right in your neighborhood. Go to Northwest.com. Northwest Bank for what's next. Bailey Zappi is checked in as the Jets got a good long look at their rookie quarterback, Cade Klubnik. Sam Scott remains in at the running back position. Zappi is under center. The ball at the 34-yard line of the Jets. 6:19 remaining in the third quarter. Zappi gets a snap. Play action pass. Back looking. Rolls left. Throws underneath. And it is separated as Robert Spears Jennings just demolished Chase Scott, and the ball came free. And it's Sam Scott, I beg your pardon. It's incomplete. Whew.
You mean Robert gave him the spear, Jennings?
Oh.
He came down with a full head of steam there and dislodged that ball from the running back's hands.
2nd and 10, ball at the 34-yard line. 6:12 remains here in this third quarter. Motion man is Quincy Skinner, moves right to left. 3 receivers on the left side for Bailey Zappi. Under center. Now bring a motion man left to right. Zappi gets a snap and will give to Scott. Scott trying to sprint to the left edge, is able to jump through a would-be tackle and is chased down by Rubio, but there is a flag behind the play, so what looks now like a 6-yard gain might be coming back.
Holding. Offense number 88. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 2nd down.
It's Cam Camper, the wide receiver. So very similar to what we saw with the outside holding penalty on the long Steelers run for Caleb Johnson that got called back.
Yeah, Boykin got held right around the outer shoulder pads. Very easy call from the side judges to make that call and push the Jets offense backwards.
2nd and 20, the ball at the 24-yard line. Zappe has emptied the set. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. It's a snap, back to pass. Looking, fires left, and it is complete to Quincy Skinner. And hanging on for dear life along the far sideline is Darryl Porter, and held on and finally got his man to the ground.
And that's one where it's like, nope, because there is no support. I need some help. And of course, you know who's in quick chase.
Oh, Robert Spears Jennings.
Robert, that guy that likes to do what? Spear Jennings.
So 3rd and 15, ball back at the 29-yard line. Clock rolling here. 5:15 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Scott to the left of Zappe. He has 3 receivers to the right. Here's the snap. Steelers will bring 4. Zappe back, fires to the right. It's complete. It is short of a first down. And tackled immediately is Curtis. It was Roberts on the stop. And the Jets will punt it away.
So just a good job by this defense. Kept everything in front of them. Did not allow for broken tackles. I know you had the one hop by Skinner on the run play. Those are one positive. But a great job by this defense keeping everything in front of them and not getting beat deep.
Austin McNamara back to punt. Caden Weegan standing at his own 15-yard line. Jets punting left to right. Under 4.5 minutes remaining as McNamara gets the snap and boots a high, short kick. Weegan will take it at his 23. Moves to the right, scoots to the 25, the 30, steps outside, and now tries to wiggle back to the left and is finally tackled at around the 35-yard line. So action-packed return for Caden Weegan. And with 4:13 remaining, the Steelers will have the ball with good, solid field position. And with the score, the Jets 7, the Steelers nothing. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew. Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power. And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
At BetMGM, Steelers fans can place their first bet and score $150 in bonus bets if it wins. Exclusively at BetMGM, proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 and over. PA and West Virginia only. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. All promotions are subject to qualifications and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued on non-withdrawable site credit or bonus bets unless otherwise provided in the applicable terms. Rewards subject to expiry.
At Giant Eagle, we believe in better. And that includes finding more ways to help you save. Because finding a good deal is everyone's deal. Because grabbing their favorites is your favorite too. Because everyone loves perks. Because every dollar and every moment counts. We're working hard to bring you more ways to save across the store, so you can bring home the best. Giant Eagle, because it matters.
Confluence Financial Partners provides financial guidance that balances living fully today, preparing confidently for tomorrow, and securing what matters most. As your partner in wealth management and a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, they act as the quarterback of your financial plan, helping you navigate life's transitions and milestones. Your legacy deserves more than a plan. It deserves a partner. Discover how Confluence Financial Partners can help you build yours at confluencefp.com.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Steelers will have the ball at their own 35-yard line with 4:13 remaining in the 3rd quarter, thanks to a nice job by their defense as we head down to Willie Cologne. Willie.
Yeah, going into halftime, Mike McCarthy talked about what he wanted to see out of his defense in the second half. Tackle better, get off the field on 3rd down, play with more aggression and intensity. They've been able to execute that. Credit the Steelers' depth, right? You talk about Robert Spears Jennings, E-Rob being a green dot linebacker, Rubio. All these guys are high-quality depth guys, and they're showing up in the second half. So credit the defense for making it work.
Willie, thank you very much. Here's the handoff, and it is Caleb Johnson right off left guard. Pretty good surge by that offensive line pushing forward. Not a big gain there, about 3, but looked like they got off the ball there and drove their defenders back a little bit, Max.
Felt really good, and you had a wraparound block on a counter lead there by Brock Hoffman, and he kind of got behind and gave the extra push for Caleb Johnson to get forward. So nice job by the offensive line, starting to meet the intensity of the defense.
Pickup of 3. Johnson is to the left of Aller in the shotgun. Motion man is Lance Mason, the tight end, moving left to right. Aller gets a snap. Back to pass, looking backside pressure, and down he goes. He's going to be sacked. And he is taken down by Ben Barton, who drove through left tackle Jack Driscoll to make that sack.
And Jack Driscoll just turned his feet way too soon, shortened the corner, and gave very little resistance there as he had a bead directly on Drew Aller on the back of on the nameplate and the numbers, and just drilled Drew Aller right in the backside to get him to the ground.
3rd and 17. Joaquin Davis splits out to the right, 2 receivers to the left, and Lou Nichols to the right of Aller in the shotgun. Aller gets a snap. Back to pass. Looking, now moving out to the right, looking downfield, pumps, throws, flag in the play, incomplete, intended for Hurleman on a deep crossing pattern. There's a flag behind the play in that area you'd expect it to be holding on the Steelers.
Yeah, it might have been Brock Hoffman.
Holding. Offense number 67. That penalty declined. 4th down.
And it was, in fact, Hoffman.
And that one was tough because he and Ryan McCollum were both engaged with the D tackle, and it looked like Hoffman went with the chopped the hands down, and I think the referee probably saw it as he jerked him down by his jersey as opposed to the chop technique that we saw on the replay.
Cam Johnson back to punt it away. Trey Brown to receive for the Jets. Cam gets the snap and the boot. And it's taken at the 25-yard line for Brown. Brown heading to the right, finds a little bit of room. Jamin Davis makes the stop after a 10-yard gain out to the 35-yard line. And this season, the law firm of Bordas & Bordas will make a $500 donation to the Ronald McDonald House for every sack by the Steelers defense this preseason and regular season. The Steelers defense has collected 7 sacks so far this season, and Bordas & Bordas is on pace to donate $3,500 to the Ronald McDonald House. Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice. So back over to the defense with 2:34 remaining here in this 3rd quarter. The Jets will have the ball at their own 35-yard line. And Chip Traynham, rookie running back, will be to the right of quarterback Bailey Zappi. Zappi gets a snap, will give to Traynham. Traynham starts right, cuts to the left, and is swirled down by Elandon Roberts. Pickup of about 3 off the left side. They're going to give him 4 out to the 39 to bring up 2nd and 6.
And this is what you want to see. You want to see guys trying to shed the blocks. Gabe Rubio tried to shed the block, but chose an inside path, and the running back cut to the outside of him, allowing for the extra yardage, but E-Rob there to stop him before he could really get some momentum going.
In the shotgun is Zappi. Gets the snap, back to pass. Looking, throws left quickly on a slant, and a quick tackle. It's complete. And it's Skinner on the reception and Porter on the quick tackle.
And 4-man rush. Porter giving a little bit of a cushion, but as soon as the ball was released, Porter came downhill immediately to stop him short before Skinner could turn around and start to get some momentum in his favor.
3rd and 3, and the crowd here at Acrisure Stadium, I want to see the defense turn this thing over back for the offense here. 1:20 and counting. Remaining in this 3rd quarter, Zappi gets a snap and will give to Traynham, and Traynham is going to be stopped, met in the hole, and now surging forward. Looks like he's going to be just short. I think it was Elandon Roberts who got in there first once again.
Yeah, Elandon Roberts and Kyler Ball able to disengage as well and get on the action, try and drive him back into the ground. So a good job there, linebacker, defensive line tandem of holding the surge of the offense and preventing them from getting to first down yardage or even in a decision-making area where it was 4th and short. They gave him a full yard, so it forces the punt team on the field.
McNamara back to punt it away. 40 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. Weegan standing at his own 13-yard line. McNamara gets a snap. Here's the boot. And it is a high kick, and Weegan backpedaling, and now going to take it at his 9, bobbles it, but scoops it and grabs it and runs out to the 20-yard line, and there is a flag on the play. That is so clever. He catches that ball on the run, and so the defender thinks he's in excellent position, but Weegan isn't ready to catch the punt yet.
Yeah.
Very clever returning. I don't know if I've seen
During
that
the
much,
kick,
Max.
Holding, kicking team number 42. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
That's rough.
Damon Lynham, who is called for that.
But, yeah, you got to love the aggressive nature of Caden Weegan. He's not going to fair catch it if he has any inch of grass to work with. He's going to try and catch it, whether in run or whether he's going to hold the last second on a fake and let it go into the back of the end zone. But he's always thinking about catching the ball and attacking downfield.
Stay tuned after the game for the Mike McCarthy post-game press conference, brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, those returners are taught to get down on a high kick like that and break down and stand in front of the guy. But Weegan's not standing where he wants to catch the ball.
Yeah,
and so he caught it when he was moving to his left. That was very interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on that. He's done some interesting things in the return game here. And they give to Caleb Johnson off right tackle, and Caleb will surge forward out to about the 9-yard line, a pickup of 4, and that is likely to be the last play here of the third quarter. And it will be. So it's time to make the switch to the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Northwest Bank. Explore checking that lets you get paid up to 2 days early. Northwest Bank for what's next. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. With the score, the Jets 7, the Steelers nothing. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank for what's next.
Fall in Western PA means 2 things: Steelers football and an outdoor getaway to the Laurel Highlands, a preferred vacation destination of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We know Yins will love doing some serious leaf peeping while you're hiking, biking, or discovering a new favorite brewery. Get your best night's sleep in a cozy cabin, a resort, or in a tent under the stars. Start planning your unforgettable fall getaway at GoLaurelHighlands.com. That's GoLaurelHighlands.com.
This is Max Starks. On the field, my job was all about protection, keeping Big Ben upright, blocking the rush, securing the win. At home, I trust Pella Windows of Pittsburgh for that same level of protection and quality. Pella Windows are built tough, like Pittsburgh. They're energy efficient, and they look great, too. So when it's time to replace your windows, go with the team that knows how to protect. Call Pella Pittsburgh at 412-219-2291 or visit PellaPittsburgh.com and tell them Max sent you.
Hey Pittsburgh, this is Will Howard with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now is the season to get a new Chevy from Calusi Chevrolet. Whether you're looking for a new Silverado, like what I drive, or a safe SUV like the Chevy Equinox, they have a great selection of new and used vehicles ready for immediate delivery. Calusi Chevrolet is a trustworthy, family-owned business and my first pick when it comes to buying and servicing my vehicles. Calusi Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The start of the fourth quarter is brought to you by Hyde Park. Thank you, Pittsburgh, for voting Hyde Park best steak in the city. Willie Colon, what are you looking for here for the Steelers on offense here to begin this fourth quarter?
Well, the game's still in reach. The Steelers are only down 7. And I'll tell you from my experience, coaches will tell you, they'll pay attention to the home film and they'll critique it. But fourth quarter, you're down 7. They want to see guys fly around and compete. This isn't over. They want to see the level of intensity and execution pick up. So for all these guys out on the bubble, still trying to figure out if they have a spot on the bus, man, this is the time to pop off the tape and make it happen for you.
Willie, thank you very much. And Caleb Johnson remains in at the running back position with Nowakowski at fullback, and Caleb gets the ball straight up the middle and out just short of the first down yardage at the 15. So it's going to be a 3rd and a short 1 at the 14-yard line.
And hard running once again for Caleb Johnson, right up the gut, right in the A-gap, little dive action, and he's falling forward and got 4 yards on the first play, now 5 yards on this one. So, if you feel like you got a bead, why not keep feeding the beast?
Broken eye once again to the right, and the handoff once again to Johnson, and he'll follow Nowakowski off right guard and burst through out to the 19-yard line. So Caleb Johnson here, 3 authoritative runs here from Caleb.
And they haven't been fancy, make a decision, cut to the backside. It's been, we're running it right into the teeth of this defense, and he make maybe a slight adjustment from strong side A-gap to backside A-gap, but he is running between the guards and getting some good success. 11
carries, 44 yards for Caleb Johnson, who's to the right of Aller in the shotgun. Motion man to the right is Joaquin Davis. Snap back to Aller. Aller looking, will throw underneath. It's complete to Caleb Johnson, and Johnson will get out across the 25 to the 28, right in the middle of the field, and pick up 9 yards to bring up a 2nd and 1.
So you think about where this drive started. It's been all Caleb Johnson on display. 3 rushes, now the check down up the middle, showing soft hands and forward momentum. So Caleb Johnson kind of getting into a rhythm here inside this offense with Drew Aller.
He'll take a little bit of a blow here. Nowakowski in at the fullback position. The eye to the left side strength here. The turn to give to Nichols. Nichols starts left, cuts back to the right, and crosses the 30 and picks up a first down for the Steelers.
Yeah, Lou making quick work of it. Good decision, kept it front, cut it backside on a one-step cut at the last second, dodging behind Brock Hoffman, who had a nice solid block, and getting some good quality yards for the first down.
Decisive run by Lou Nichols. One step and go, right?
That's it. That's all you need. Just one step and make a decision and do it at 100 miles an hour.
Off balance line to the left. Aller under center, and now the Steelers move.
False start. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Come on, Dougie.
Doug Nestor, the guilty party.
Ooh, yeah, that was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of those, you have like a deep belch and it kind of moves you forward off your toes. And you have to rock yourself back into stance to get to the forefoot.
It could have been the culprit there. 1st and 15 back at the 28-yard line. Aller in the shotgun has Nichols to his right. Gets a snap, will give to Lou off the left side, and Lou hits, spinning again, staying on his feet, battling forward, gets to the 31-yard line. 3 hard-earned yards for Lou Nichols.
And not much going there. Trying to get into the line of scrimmage, not really a place for him to make a decision once he kind of got committed because the backside got collapsed, so it took away his cutback lane.
Nichols remains into the game. Starts to the right of Aller, now moves back to the left. Jets moving some personnel around defensively. Steelers have 2 receivers split out to the right. Snap to Aller back, looking now. Rolling out of the pocket, throwing across his body right back to the left, and it is to Nichols. And Nichols, a short gain to the 33-yard line, picked up a couple, and that will bring up a 3rd and 10.
Aller decisively moving. But, Rob, and you can speak to this, that's a deadly area to throw. When you throw back against the grain like that, more bad things can happen than good things. Luckily, Nichols gets the ball and gets down for the minimal gain, but that usually ends up with batted balls and potential interceptions.
3rd and 10 from the 33. 3 receivers bunched to the left for Aller. Aller gets a snap, back to pass. Looking right, throws it out to Joaquin Davis, who dropped it. Davis had it at about the 39-yard line. Would have been short of a first down, but couldn't hang on. Pretty well delivered ball by Aller. And the Steelers will send out the punting unit.
Another short drive here for the Steelers. You're running out of opportunities to make something happen. Willie talked about it earlier. They're in this game. It's only a 1-score game. They traded missed field goals. There's been opportunities, but the Steelers offense just hasn't quite gotten into a rhythm, since the first half when Will Howard got him into the red zone.
Here's Cam Johnson, goes to the end-over-end punt, and it is taken by Trey Brown. It is 23, starts to the left, cuts back to the right, and is tracked down and taken down by Jack Henderson. 45-yard punt, short return, and the Jets will have the ball at the 10:58 mark at their own 33-yard line. From Acrisure Stadium, Steelers football continues with a score: the Jets 7, the Steelers nothing.
All right, moms and dads, take a deep breath. It's back to school. Your morning is about to get a lot busier, and your family relies on you to keep everyone moving safely. Thankfully, the Kia Sorento earned the highest honor, the Top Safety Pick Award from IIHS. Right now at Smale Kia, get $3,000 customer cash back on top of dealer discounts on a 2026 Kia Sorento. Everyone qualifies. Or choose 0% APR for 60 months. Visit Smale Kia on Route 30 in Greensburg for details, or online 24/7 at smalekia.com. 3K customer cash, no financing required, 0 APR. Not all will qualify through KFA. Tax fees extra, ends 8/31.
Gig speed internet from Armstrong is the future of the internet, backed by a lifetime of innovation. We're continually investing and upgrading to give you our fastest speeds ever. Ultra streaming, ultra gaming, ultra everything. A fiber network built and maintained by the people who call it home. Fiber fast, future ready. Decades of experience, today's technology. Armstrong, keeping you connected. Get gig speed internet at armstrongfiber.com.
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove. Life moves fast, but planning ahead doesn't have to be complicated.
Exactly, Bill. That's why NSS Life offers affordable life insurance and reliable annuities you can count on.
It's the peace of mind you've been looking for.
Because you're not just planning for tomorrow, you're building a future that lasts a lifetime.
NSS Life. Secure today, confident tomorrow.
NSS Life, where family matters.
Most people wait years or even decades to fix an outdated bathroom. At West Shore Home, we make it easy to fix that outdated space now with our fast, efficient, and convenient process. We also offer financing options that are built to fit your budget. And right now, getting started is easy. With our Labor Day sale, we're waiving 75% of installation costs on all bath remodels. Visit westshorebath.com to schedule today. That's westshorebath.com for Labor Day savings. Financing available with approved credit. See website for details.
This is Game Day with the Pittsburgh Steelers on DVE.
Well, Renegade finishing up here at Acrisure Stadium. You can hear the cheers behind us as the crowd looking for the defense to make a stop. And Max Starks, you're looking for the defense to make a stop here with the Jets having the ball at their own 26-yard line. 10:58 remains. Game still within reach. We want to play that complimentary football. I know the defense has made a lot of stops since that opening drive, but look for one more, hopefully a quick one here.
Yeah, quick 3 and out will be the best case scenario. Give your offense an opportunity to get some good field position and try and see if they can get something going with a shorter field. The long field has not worked in their favor tonight.
Zappy, play action pass, rolling out to his right, looking, will throw underneath, and this is complete to the fullback, and that is Andrew Beck. And Beck will pick up about 4 yards, maybe 5 out there. I guess they're going to mark him just across the 30, so it'll be 2nd and 5. Short, easy throw there for Zappy.
I like Jamin Davis coming in trying to punch the ball out. That's what you need to do. When you get those crowd kind of stand-up guys fighting for extra yardage, you've got to search for that football and try and pull it out and see if you can create something good.
Training the lone setback. Beck, the fullback, is off to the left. Motion man is Camper left to right. Zappy under center, gets a snap, trips, and is just going to sit on top of the ball. And running in will be Jacoby Windman to down him after a loss back to the 28-yard line.
Well, it's all going to plan, right? You want a quick 3 and out. And they got a short little completion on the rollout to the fullback, and now Bailey Zappi tripping on his offensive lineman as he tries to drop back. One big play here. I would love to see some blitz man coverage behind it and just let them try and see if they can go hit Bailey Zappi in the backfield.
3rd and 8 in the fourth quarter here. 9:40 remains, and the Jets up 7-0. Zappy in the shotgun, has Traham to his right, gets a snap, throws out quickly to the left. They have a screen set up. It's complete, and all kinds of room here for Quincy Skinner, sprinting down the middle of the field and being chased down finally by Lynham, and a huge gain of 44 yards for Quincy Skinner and the Jets.
Be careful what you wish for, Rob, because they did run man coverage and they did send all-out blitz. The problem was not expecting the running back to run a little quick stop route out the backfield, and there was nobody there because everybody was blitzing trying to hit Zappe, and Skinner makes him pay for it.
Zappe under center. Moves back left to right. Training the lone setback. Under 9 minutes, the clock rolling here as the Jets have the ball in Steelers field position at the 28. Trainham starts right, cuts back to the left, and is going to be taken down by Windman with some help there by Davis. Pickup of 3 brings up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Davis and also Jacoby Windman in on that play. So seeing the third group of linebackers in there, with Windman being one of those guys playing the inside backer position, trying to fight for a job here for the Steelers. Made a couple of plays, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do on that, how they judge that busted coverage on the all-out blitz.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left in a tightly bunched formation for Zappe. As Trainham to his right, 2 on the play clock. 1 gets a snap. Back to pass, looking left, throws left, and it is complete. And this is Holstein, Connor Holstein, the backup tight end, who makes the reception and is driven down. Under 8 minutes remaining. Here, the latest NFL scores brought to you by Clearview Federal Credit Union. Financial advice is closer than you think. In Jacksonville, Carolina leading the Jaguars 20-6. That's in the third quarter. Green Bay and Denver just underway in Denver in the first quarter. 7.5 minutes remaining. The Jets taking their time here, bleeding this clock down. Zappe sends 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. As Trainham to the left in the shotgun on this 3rd and 3. Zappe gets a snap back, looking left, pressure coming, the ball is deflected, wobbles up in the air, and wanders incomplete. Boy, Jacoby Windman was trying to get there as the ball hung up in the air for a while, but just couldn't get there in time. Nice job defensively. I believe it might have been Davis who got the hand on it.
Yeah, it looked like Davis got a paw on it as he was being contacted from the backside there. I can't say it's Julius Welshoff potentially that had the hit, and Windman off in coverage trying to come forward and trying to scoop it underneath.
So the former Pro Bowl kicker for the Dolphins missed last year with an injury. Jason Sanders on to try a 39-yard field goal attempt, moving right to left here. Here's the snap, here's the hold, here's the boot by Sanders. It is right down the middle at the 7:08 mark of the fourth quarter from Acrisure Stadium. Steelers football continues with the score. The Jets 10. The Jets 10, I beg your pardon, and the Steelers nothing.
For an extraordinary advantage in sports, you need a game plan. For an extraordinary advantage everywhere else, all you need is Acrisure. With a high-tech human approach to insurance, cybersecurity, and more, Acrisure helps you take care of what you care about. That makes winning easy. See what Acrissure's extraordinary advantage can do for you at Acrisure.com.
With the award-winning e-store from FNB, you can shop for more than 50 banking solutions. Then check out in minutes with just one easy application, which means more time for football. That's more rushing the passer and less rushing through paperwork. More huddles, less hassles. More game time, less wait time. You get the picture. Can your bank do that? Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. FNB, member FDIC.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew. Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power. And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Steelers tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Steelers.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
7:08 remaining here in this fourth quarter as the Jets getting ready to kick off to the Steelers. Hurleman and Jamison back deep to receive, and the kick will be Cade York. And we're going to check in one last time here with Willie Colon after this kick as the Jets lead the Steelers 10-0, the 7:08 mark here at the fourth. York has signaled that he's ready to go. Here's a short approach and the boot. And it's going to be taken by Hurleman at the 4-yard line, near side of the field. Heads straight up the numbers. Now angles to the left, looking for a little sliver, and slides through out to about the 31-yard line. So, again, the offense trying to get something going here, Willie Colon.
Yeah, solid field position right now. They're down 10, 7 minutes left in the game. It's been a dogfight for this offense that they kind of shot themselves in the foot, even though they're leading in time of possession and first downs. They still got Broadview Jones out there. They've still got some guys out there up front that can scrap. You just want to see them put together. It's not over till it's over. So hopefully the Steelers offensive line with Aller, they can put something together and make this thing a fight.
And McCollum is in at right guard. Looks like next to Broderick Jones. Nowakowski in motion right to left. A snap to Aller. Aller under duress, and Aller is sacked. Back inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. It was Ben Barton who got in there for the Jets.
And Ben Barton, spin move to the inside on Broderick Jones. Kind of got in, headbutt, type of formation, what we call. Willie and I know this very well, where you're trying to kind of duck your head before punching. Can't do that. You got to see what you can hit, and he spins off of that to the inside and makes the play on Aller.
10-yard loss makes it 2nd and 20 from the 21-yard line of the Steelers. Under 6.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Steelers moving left to right in front of us. Aller in the shotgun. Aller gets the snap and will give on the delay to Heidenreich off the left side, and Eli will stretch out across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. Pickup of 7 will bring up a 3rd and 13.
And this is just a nice little delayed handoff draw action to the left. And Eli Heidenreich hadn't called him a lot this evening. He was on kick return squad. Seen him on special teams. First time getting some real action here in the backfield as a running back.
3rd and 13. Aller in the shotgun. Has Heidenreich to his left. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Aller gets a snap. Back to pass. Looking at a fire over the middle of the field. And incomplete. Looks like the timing was a little bit off there. Intended for Jacoby Keely-James. I don't know if he slowed. Looked like he may have slowed down a little bit, Max.
Yeah, looked like he slowed down, and the DB caught up, and they were both at the same point making a play on the ball, and the DB just swipes it away at the last second going for it. But Keely-James has to go full speed across the middle on that route and commit to a little bit better. Kind of threw off the timing with him and Aller.
Junior Bergen, but that long reception of 44 yards on the last drive back to receive this punt. End over end, Bergen moving to the far side of the field, catches it at the 21-yard line. Starts left, cuts back to the right, and dances out to about the 28-yard line. 51-yard kick, 8-yard return. 5:22 remains here in the fourth quarter. With the score, the Jets 10, the Steelers nothing. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
So we heard Amanda is off to school.
Yeah, big step. More independent.
She's not going to call every week asking for more money for books, is she?
With Smart Start Banking from S&T Bank, she gets budgeting tools, scholarship opportunities, and can send money using Zelle.
Wow. I guess college is about getting smarter, right?
Give them financial independence and yourself peace of mind. Stop by your local branch. Call 800-325-2265 or visit stbank.com. To send money with Zelle, both parties must have an eligible checking or savings account. Terms and conditions apply. S&T Bank. Member FDIC.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right, moms and dads, take a deep breath. It's back to school. Your morning is about to get a lot busier, and your family relies on you to keep everyone moving safely. Thankfully, the Kia Sorento earned the highest honor, the Top Safety Pick Award from IIHS. Right now at Smale Kia, get $3,000 customer cash back on top of dealer discounts on a 2026 Kia Sorento. Everyone qualifies. Or choose 0% APR for 60 months. Visit Smale Kia on Route 30 in Greensburg for details, or online 24/7 at smalekia.com. 3K customer cash, no financing required, 0 APR. Not all will qualify through KFA. Tax fees extra, ends 8/31.
Hi, I'm John Henney, fourth-generation family owner of Henney Jewelers. We know Pittsburgh loves to support local businesses. At Henney Jewelers, our experienced, highly skilled, and friendly team is ready to help you with all of your jewelry needs. From the moment you step into our newly renovated store in Shadyside, you'll experience the Henney difference, an inviting atmosphere, luxury shopping, and the highest quality engagement ring and jewelry selection anywhere. Visit HenneyJewelers.com for information and appointments, or simply walk in. Henney Jewelers, your jewelers for life.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE, Pittsburgh.
Tonight's total offensive yards are brought to you by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union Number 5, IBEW, lighting up Pittsburgh since 1897. Currently, the Steelers offense has produced 200 yards, featuring Lake McCree's 38-yard reception. The pass from Drew Aller, and handoff right up the middle to Sam Scott. And Scott will surge forward for about an 8-yard gain on first down, out close to the 35-yard line. Second and a short 3 for the Jets. And we hit the 5-minute mark here remaining in this fourth quarter. Brady Cook battling for a roster spot with Bailey Zappi behind Geno Smith and Cade Klubnik in at quarterback for the Jets. Snap, give to Scott. And Scott finds a little room, kind of nudges off the left side, and then driven back by Kevin Jobity. Crossed the 40 and got close to the 41, so it's going to be 3rd and 2.
And a good job of Jobity shedding the block. And offensive lineman actually kind of held him a little bit, but Jobity stayed right there in the gap and made the play to minimize the gain, sending this into a 3rd down, which could have easily have been a first down play for the Jets.
13 in the play clock as Cook under center. Slashing his hands across his chest in some sort of gesture here for his offense. Gets a snap. Will play action pass rolling out to the right. Short pass to the right flat. And it looks like Jack Henderson is going to make the tackle of Andrew Beck short of a first down.
Great stop by Henderson. Let's see as we watch the replay.
They say the ball was wiggling, so
yeah,
you know what? Give him a pass breakup instead of a tackle.
Hey, either one count just as good, and you know what? Still sends the Jets off the field, and hopefully gives an opportunity to the Steelers offense to have another crack at it.
Also stops the clock at 3:34 as well.
Oh, now 3:58. Gave him back.
Yeah, so that's
seconds.
Right. So the clock had rolled down to 3:34, judging on the completion, and now that they've called it incomplete, they'll move it back to 3:58. Max Hurleman back to take this McNamara punt. Max standing on the far end of the field at his own 11-yard line. Here's the snap to McNamara and the boot. Max moving to his left inside his 10 at the 8-yard line. Will head right up the left sideline, makes a hesitation move, gets out just across the 20-yard line, and with 3:48 remaining, that is where the Steelers will take possession. And you wonder here now, you know, Mike McCarthy talked about being happy that Will Howard got the opportunity to get a 2-minute drill. Now will Drew Aller get an opportunity to get something like a 2-minute drill? It's more than 2 minutes, but you're looking to make 2 scores here.
Yeah, and also, you know, this is something that's also important. It might not be a 2-minute drill, but a 4-minute offense.
Mm-hmm.
Stay on the field. Do not give the ball back to the Jets, even if you take up all the time. You also want to see how you ball control and ball possess at the end of games as well. So this is a good drill for the Steelers offense to see how they handle that situation.
Travis Homer is in. He is to the left of Aller in the shotgun. Aller now tapping both sides of his helmet, walks up, communicates with his offensive line, drops back into the shotgun, gets a snap. Back to pass, looking, pump fakes right, and then throws incomplete, intended for Cornell Powell. And on the out pattern to the right, that pass is incomplete. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
And Drew Aller, for whatever reason, kind of hesitated a little bit, gave a double pump to that pass before he delivered it and sailed it a little bit wide. If he released it when he thought about doing it more to the inside, he probably would have had his receiver on that comeback route easily available, but the double clutch and sends it out of bounds and outside of the grasp of Powell.
You almost wonder if he was thinking first about the underneath receiver, because you're right, it was kind of a funny looking
pump
double clutch there. Yeah. Aller now empty set, will throw quickly over the middle of the field, and it is dropped. He was trying to hit his tight end McCree, and a quick slant pattern that had some promise, but is not hauled in by McCree.
That's
a lot of mustard on that pass.
Yeah, there was. I mean, that ball was not sent like a 7-yard route. That was sent like a 17-yard route, and McCree could not haul it in. Actually, he made like a human hoop, and it went through the hoop of his hands. Didn't even hit his fingers. It was so close to him.
Yeah, it's too bad that had potential on a quick release by Aller. So 3rd and 10 now. 3:39 remaining. Ball still at the 22-yard line of the Steelers. Aller back to pass. Looking. He throws out to the right, and it is incomplete. Intended for Keeney James and batted away by Dean, and it will be a punting situation for the Steelers. Very, very quick 3 and out for the black and gold.
It was, and it was some quick releases by Drew Aller. That one more of a sidearm pass than stepping into it. So I don't know how well Keeney James would even been able to adjust to make that play. But, yeah, just not a good drive here for the Steelers. I mean, only taking 23 seconds off of the clock with that drive.
Junior Bergen back to receive this Cam Johnson punt. Cam boots a high end-over-end kick. And it sends Bergen back to his 25-yard line. Hesitation move. Now sprints up the middle of the field, finds some room, crosses midfield, and is finally spun down by Malik Harrison. A 53-yard punt, but a 26-yard return by Junior Bergen.
Another big play by the Jets, and now in the special teams game as a bust in the middle of the coverage. And the Steelers have now given up the ball on the positive side of the field. So this defense back to work again, working with less green grass in the last drive, but hoping for the same result. 3 and out here for this Jets offense, and trying to get the ball back in the offense's hand to see if they can get something going.
Cook under center has Trainum as the lone setback. Ball is in the Steelers' territory at the 49-yard line with 3:21 remaining in the fourth quarter. To give to Trainum, starts right, now bounces it out to the left, crosses the 46-yard line, and taken down there by Jamison. Really fine open field tackle by Jamison. Again, looked like there was a lot there. Wound up being a 4-yard gain, and the Steelers will use their first of their 3 timeouts.
And trying to get some ball possession time back to try and get that 2-minute drill for Drew Aller. That's what this move indicates here is, okay, let's try and preserve as much time, give Drew Aller as much time to make a 2-minute drill and get an opportunity to see if the defense can stiffen up and hold this Jets offense at bay. Looks content to try and run the ball to try and just chew up time.
And you like a good open field tackle there by Deshaun Jamison as well, because if Trainum gets by him, he's picking up 7, 8, 9 yards on that first down run.
Yeah, possibly easily getting a first down if Jamison doesn't take him down.
Trainum remains as the lone setback behind Brady Cook. Cook gets a snap. Will give to Trainum. Trainum off right guard, and Trainum heads up the middle and crosses the 40 and is going to pick up first down yardage down to the 38-yard line. And so the Steelers will use their second timeout, but it's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Jets.
And this was a tough one. I mean, right up the middle of the teeth of your defense. Was supposed to be the strength. Kyler Baugh kind of loses the ground possession battle, tries to reach out and does not make the play. And now you have Boykin and your safety making that play, and that's not what you want to see. You want to see your D lineman making the plays.
You remember, like, it was like a rock'em sock'em robots there, because Trainum was actually stopped short by the hit by Henderson as he was falling sideways. Marquise Haynes, the offensive lineman hustling downfield, was knocked down, and when he knocked down, he bumped into
forward.
him and
it's like those little steel balls on the desk, right? Yeah. You know, it was just a chain reaction.
So it's a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line to give to Trainham. Trainham is bottled up this time, nothing doing off the right side. Goodlow and others there into the stop, and the Steelers will use their 3rd and final timeout at the 3:04 mark here of this 4th quarter.
Trying to preserve something. For the Steelers defense, you've got to stop this run game of the Jets. You can't let them gash you for 6 or 7 yards here on this next play. You got to stop them short. Force them into a passing situation, because an incompletion stops the clock versus a ground game and a tackle, which keeps the clock going.
Yep. So you would think the Jets could run it twice here and get it to the 2-minute warning, but whether they're content to do that and maybe try a long field goal or not remains to be seen. Again, like you said, this is their 4-minute drill. They're trying to just run out the clock here. Back to fullback is in, and Scott is behind him in an I formation. And the turn and the give to Scott. Scott starts to the right and cuts up the middle of the field and will pick up a couple as he leans close to the 35-yard line. Again, the Steelers are out of timeouts. There is a 20-second differential between the game clock and the play clock. So at about the 2:20 mark, the Jets will be forced to snap it, use a timeout, or accept the 5-yard penalty, which clearly they don't want to do.
No, I think they'll run this one more time and then try and let the ball bleed down to the 2-minute mark and then kick a field goal.
3rd and 8. Cook has Scott to his right, gets a snap, gives to Scott. Scott weaving forward up the field and is going to be taken down at the 31-yard line, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 3. So this will be an interesting decision for the Jets as to what they're going to do. It is now, well, hang on a second. The Jets are lining up as if they're going to go for it here. 2:03, 2:02, 2:01, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers. With a score, the Jets 10, the Steelers nothing. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
At Giant Eagle, we believe in better. And that includes finding more ways to help you save. Because finding a good deal is everyone's deal. Because grabbing their favorites is your favorite too. Because everyone loves perks. Because every dollar and every moment counts. We're working hard to bring you more ways to save across the store, so you can bring home the best. Giant Eagle, because it matters.
Gear for tailgating season at Don's Appliances. Shop our in-stock selection of refrigerators, laundry, and more from your favorite brands like Whirlpool and KitchenAid. Get guaranteed lowest prices and free next-day delivery. Shop Don'sAppliances.com.
Your weekend project starts with a simple step. Whether you're planting a tree, installing a deck, putting up a fence, or starting a landscaping project, digging without knowing what's underground can lead to costly damage and dangerous consequences. That's why Pennsylvania homeowners should always contact 811 before digging. Pennsylvania 811 notifies the appropriate utility owners so underground lines can be marked before your project begins. It's free, it's easy, and it's the law. Call 811 or visit pa811.org before you dig.
Terry Wargenis here from the Gateway Clipper. Go through a lock on our barbecue lock and dam dinner cruise. Make this your Thursday night destination that's fun for all ages. Beautiful sights, barbecue menu, DJ, and full bar available. For tickets, visit gatewayclipper.com.
He goes for it.
And he's got it.
That's another legendary play for Pittsburgh.
Perfectly displays the precision and performance that this team is a pro at delivering.
A team like that needs a lineup of vehicles that can match their energy.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's why Pittsburgh teams back Ford trucks.
This roster's made for the City of Champions and delivers MVP-level performance every time.
Visit your neighborhood Ford store and find your star player today.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
2-minute warning. The Jets have the ball 4th and 3 at the Steelers 31. They're up 10-0. They're moving right to left, and it looks like Aaron Glenn, the head coach, wants to see if his team can pick up this first down and run out the clock. This is what you want right out of your offense if you're Aaron Glenn.
Aggressive move, and like you said, this is to give your offense some momentum, kind of give the big guys a kudos. Like, hey, y'all been doing the job tonight, put 10 points on the board, and have been steady. Let's see if you can close this out, and we can go into the and drain out the last 2 minutes of this game and not give Pittsburgh back the ball That's what this is saying. Very aggressive move in the plus category. This would be a longer field goal. You're talking about probably a 46, 47-yarder. So let's try and see if they can do it. It's fourth and 3 here on the 31. So it's a long 3 yards they got to get. Let's see if they can convert.
Yeah, and you might not do this during the regular season, right? Probably wouldn't. 48-yard field goal attempt, maybe 49. But instead, they're going to go for it here with Cook in at the quarterback position. Motions back left to right. Is an H-back there. Snap, back to pass, looking, thrown left, up the sideline, and a diving grab and rolling into the end zone for a touchdown is Quincy Skinner, and the Jets on 4th and 3 have converted a 31-yard touchdown pass.
And even more so aggressive was that play, and that was a touchdown as he separated from Deshaun Jameson and rolled into the end zone before he was touched on the helmet, so he was still alive as he slid forward. There might have been a bobble, and the referees seem to be lining up, so no call from up top because all reviews have to be made by the replay official up in the booth under 2 minutes.
And they're still looking. Have not given the all clear to play. This is taking a while. Usually pretty quick with these calls. And it's going to be good. So it is a touchdown to Quincy Skinner. And Cade York will try the extra point. Holder is McNamara. And here's the snap. Here's the boot, and that extra point is up, and it's good, and 1:53 remains, and the Jets leading 17-0. 6 plays, 49 yards, took a minute 28 following the 26-yard punt return by Junior Bergen.
So in this moment, I mean, Steelers get their 2-minute drill. Don't get any timeouts with it, but Drew Aller is going to get a shot with usually how they script it in practice. You're getting a minute and probably about a minute 40, depending on how much time's taken off on the kick return. No timeouts, and got to have it. Got to get a touchdown here is really what the Steelers are looking for in this drill and in this moment. So let's see what they can muster up. It's been tough sledding all night for this team that's been leading in first downs. Well, not anymore. They just lost. They just lost that one. I think they were tied going into it, but. Still can win the time of possession, but you've got to put points on the board. You don't want to leave here with a goose egg tonight.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to work on this 2-minute drill with a young quarterback in Drew Aller.
Yeah, he gets his opportunity. He didn't get it a week ago because they had such a lead that you really didn't have a 2-minute drill, but now you're down. Sense of urgency. This is like a true 2-minute drill opportunity.
And here's the kick, and it's going to be taken by Hurleman at the 2-yard line. Heads up the middle of the field and is taken down as he crosses the 30 out to about the 32-yard line. So that is where Drew Aller and the offense will take over, looking to see with a minute 46 whether they can get the Steelers on the board.
Good drill opportunity. This is usually where they start the drill, somewhere between, the 25 and 35-yard line, right? Splitting the difference at the 30, 70 yards to pay dirt with a minute 46 left to go.
Heidenreich is the running back to the left of Aller in the shotgun. No timeouts remaining for the Steelers. Aller gets a snap, back to pass. Looking left, now comes back to the right and fires, and it is complete to Jaheim Bell, spun down in the right flat at the 35-yard line, a pickup of 4.
Tight ends have been a security blanket for both of these teams tonight. For both quarterbacks tonight. Both Will Howard and Drew Aller utilizing their tight ends a lot in this game.
Aller gets a snap. Jets bringing pressure. Fine strike over the middle of the field. And this is complete. And it is Isaiah Winstead who makes the grab close to midfield on a crossing pattern left to right. Pickup of 15 yards. Aller moves quickly to the line of scrimmage. He's in the shotgun. Gets a snap. Back to pass. Looking, drifting to his left, slinging sidearm. Underneath, it is complete. It is Jaheim Bell. And the clock will continue to roll on that short pickup of a yard to the 49-yard line. 49 seconds remaining, 48-47. Steelers can't stop the clock with a timeout. Aller gets his snap back, crossing pattern over the middle, and this is complete. And it is Keeney James, and Keeney James is spun down at the 44-yard line. 35 seconds remaining. Pickup of 5 makes it 3rd and 4. Aller has Heidenreich to his left. 2 receivers to the right. Gets the snap. Back to pass. Looking. Throws left. Back shoulder attempt. And it's complete. And a beautiful throw. Beautiful catch. It's Winstead, who's out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Wasn't really open there. Really good throw from Aller. And a nice play by Winstead.
Great concentration by Drew Aller, and especially by Winstead. Garber was in front of him trying to bat the ball down, but makes the play, gets the heels in bounds before going out.
17-yard pickup. Aller fires over the middle of the field, bobbled and dropped by Jaheim Bell inside the 10-yard line, running a quick seam route. Looked like a pretty good throw, and Bell just couldn't hang on.
Yeah, Wilson I would say no, it was off Bell. Bell had his hands popped up. I don't know if it hit him in the face mask as he was going to make the catch. Now both hands, and it pops up in the air, then can't secure it, and Wilson and company come in and strip the ball loose before Bell could hit the ground.
As the clock stops here in the incompletion, 14 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 in the 27-yard line of the Jets. 2 receivers split out to the right, 1 to the left. Now motioning is Lance Mason left to right. Aller gets a snap. Back, looking. Throws, seam route. Mason, he can't catch it. That might have been a little behind him. It was hard to see from this angle, but it is incomplete regardless. And with 9 seconds left, it'll be 3rd and 10.
And double seam routes. They're actually thrown a little bit in front of him. Lance Mason had to go kind of over the DB's hands to try and snatch that ball out, but could not haul it in. So 2 straight seam routes thrown from both tight ends. Neither one of them able to haul it in.
Aller now 11 of 21 for 110 yards, 9 seconds remaining. Steelers down 17-0, looking to get a score in before this game ends. Aller gets a snap, back to pass. Looking, going to fire up the right sideline, and incomplete. Intended for Cornell Powell, and there will be 1 play remaining with 4 seconds left on the clock. And so we've got to get to the end zone here.
Got to get to the end zone, and I'm just going to go on this one and say there was a young man in coverage that would be the son of somebody that played here for the Steelers that might be in attendance tonight, and Ryan Clark, young Jordan Clark there on the coverage there.
Very nice.
He is trying to fight for a roster spot here with the New York Jets, so got to call him out. Even though he's on the opposing team, he was one of our kids in the locker room for a long time, and son of one of my good friends.
4th down, Aller back, looking, steps up in the pocket, is going to fight through traffic, and then just throws one through the back of the end zone. Was nearly sacked, avoided that, and that's it. That is the end of the ball game here at Acrisure Stadium with the final score: the Jets 17, the Steelers nothing. Brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Stay tuned for Steelers' first reaction in the Mike McCarthy postgame press conference. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2026. Brought to you in part by Always Safe Flagging and Traffic Control. Make traffic safe again. Call 412-301-2300 or visit us online at awsafe.net for a quote today. Armstrong Utilities. Armstrong, proudly local, fiber powered. Get gig speed internet at armstrongfiber.com. Caliente Pizza and Draft House. 10-time World Pizza Champions. Order today at worldsbestpizza.com. CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center, where the average Joe can buy like a pro. Clearview Federal Credit Union. Financial advice is closer than you think.